It's Saturday Night Live in the continent that actually matters that's represented on this podcast. Starring Jacinda Ardern's Basement Boy, your favorite disabled Edward Scissorhands, girl who spent far too much money on a gaming PC this week, and I couldn't think of something for myself.
Some gay kid.
Someone who should not have any rights because the month of June is over, with musical guest, the ghost of Tupac. Okay.
Why did we make him in charge? This is your fault.
Yeah, so remind me again why we chose him for the intro. Or...
He said he had an intro, and this is what we ended up with.
This is good.
So yeah, I'm Jacinda Ardern's favorite little boy.
I'm
Ramsey's here. Hello.
I'm Edward Scissorhands. Hello.
Scissorhand. Singular.
My bad.
I'm a girl.
Girl gamer. Hog.
Girl?
And
tune into Megan's stream.
For real, guys, welcome everyone who is here. I'm Switchy. Ram over that way. Hello,
yes,
Ram.
hello, I am Ramsey.
We got Megan here.
Things again on the podcast.
We got Megan here. ThatBishMegan, as we've decided her name from the last room, and Jonah, my good friend Jonah, Enderscare,
Also
if you know.
Enderscare1. Enderscare1.
One.
What happened to Enderscare 0?
Enderscare 0 was never created. Enderscare, I lost the password to, and I lost the email, so I can't ever get it back.
Can I ask about whatever happened? I mean, I just want to just dig right into this. What happened to I Love Survivor 101?
Oh God. Okay, I Love Survivor 101 was a username that I made because I loved Survivor, and I still do. And I thought the number 101 was really cool, so that was my original Minecraft name. And then I had of course the
MC
original
Noob
YouTube
79.
channel, MC Noob 79, which still has my videos up because I'm not a weak little bitch like Caleb, who had Minecraft Noob 68 and yanked them all down.
True.
Mine are still up. You can probably find my videos with Minecraft Noob 68 if you want to watch those.
No.
There's some really nice voices of prepubescent children playing Minecraft.
Maybe don't.
So you went from I Love Survivor to then your new Minecraft name of Enderscare because you're just scared of Enderman, right?
I was scared of Enderman. I went on a pause for MC Noob 79. I was going to come back with a new channel, I decided, and then I never made the channel, and Enderscare is my leak name.
Is this like 13-year-old you in his prime?
I think younger than that, honestly. We made those, it's younger than 13.
2012.
Like 11,
it was 2012.
11, 12, like, they're rough. Like, the frames aren't good. I was playing on my family's HP laptop.
I was actually watching one of your old videos, not long ago, Jonah, and I really loved, I never saw it like in the past. I really loved the new intro that you made where you literally just trapped an Enderman in like a block or something like that, and then you blew TNT up. Yeah, me and Ram were watching it actually. I was sharing the screen and we were watching it.
Okay, so I made that intro.
His Minecraft. Yeah,
I made that intro on like a Saturday morning, and I was in Create, and then when it teleported to the house, you can see it like slightly jar when I did, because I still got scared, and I was bloody creative. You can see it, like, I like spazzed a little because I got jump scared still, so I was really scared of Enderman. I still am.
I should
So you built a block and put an Enderman in it, and then decided to blow it up. This was your intro to your channel.
And then there's like this really bad like MS Paint banner that shows up, and it says MC Noob 79. It's like green and orange, like a green background with orange text, and it's like spray painted over. It's really bad.
See, Switchy, this is why you keep your old videos on the internet. It's great to look back. Mine are still up.
They are there. They're just not to the public.
Switchy's intro
so if we get you to 1K, if we get Switchy to 1K followers, guys, can we get a leak, please? At least one video leak.
If we do, yeah, we'll release the one Megan's in, because that would be actually a really funny one, because people know who Megan is. That or I'll release one with that me and Joan. Actually, no, the ones that me and Joan are in are on his channel as well. But I just wanted to show this. I don't have it.
Oh no, something visual for a podcast.
I was going to, but I'm just gonna post if you guys want to see the intro thing. Here you go, Jonah. Here, I'll plug you. You're so very welcome. It's in chat there if you guys want to see the intro for yourselves.
I kind of want to look at it because I haven't watched it in a long time.
Here, I can do this. It's only gonna show Ram and I think, and Megan. Jonah, you don't get to see your own.
You put a times. It's got a timestamp after the intro is over.
Doesn't even want to play. Here you go. This is the sick intro. Also, I want to say as well. So this is 2013. Also in brackets, you have Bad Boy Halo in your title before he was even popular. Hand it to you.
This is true.
Yeah.
Bad Boy Halo. Okay. Wait, I'll tell Bad Boy Halo in a sec.
This is the.
It's a bedrock home. I got scared by that. Like that scared me. And then look at that garbage title.
Anyways,
I like to go back and look in the comments, like call me a squeaker because I really was, and they're from like 2 years ago, and I'm like, how the hell did you stumble upon this video? Bad Boy Halo.
You found Bad Boy Halo.
Bad Boy Halo used to play MCPVP back in the day. And he used to play Minecraft. Shut up. He used to play Minecraft Hunger Games, which me and Caleb both played a lot of.
Yeah.
And that was what he was known for. Like he did that, and I was subscribed to his channel back in the day, and then I unsubbed because I stopped playing that. And then Caleb was showing me Dream, and I was like, oh my god, I'm happy for him because I really liked his videos back then. But I'm like, oh my god, he made it. Good for him.
Yeah, Jonah was like a fan when he was like 10K maybe.
When he had 10,000 subscribers.
Oh wow.
And he was like,
so, did you go as far as like DMing him by any chance?
That would be funny.
I did comment on some of his videos I found on my YouTube channel, which is I Love Survivor 101. I still use that's my main YouTube channel.
So Bad Boy Halo, I know he doesn't post too much on YouTube, but when he still has like 3.1 million, so he's a big person now. But anyways, sorry, big sidetrack there, just because I wanted to bring up the I Love Survivor.
Yeah, we haven't even told people what we're drinking yet. You know, I haven't even started with that.
Ram, what are you starting with? What are you drinking for today's podcast?
I'm gonna make everyone jealous real quick. I'm also gonna show what I'm eating. I have my McDonald's and my 10 nuggies, which have now been reduced to 6.
But they had 20. What happened to the other?
You had 20, sir.
Oh no, there's another box.
Oh.
That's just the 10-pack. And inside this is a Coke no sugar. So I have the Coke no sugar and say, oh my god, we have the same McDonald's cup. Let's go.
It literally, I just finished it right before we started, but it was a strawberry Fruitopia. Yeah, I love my strawberry Fruitopia. That or I get iced tea. But
the heck is a strawberry Fruitopia? Is this something Canadian? I don't know.
Fruitopia.
It's like I don't know if it's Canadian.
It's like
never heard of it.
North American, maybe.
I think it's North American.
Strawberry Fruitopia, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
No, we don't have.
We have orange and strawberry. I don't know.
Never.
Anyways, Megan, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Canada Dry.
What?
We
got you baited! We got you baited! You definitely have a can of Coke.
I thought this whole time.
Where did the can of Coke go?
I finished that Coke. I have another Coke here.
When? I was gonna say, when did you finish?
You sat down and when you put on the headphones, that's why I said cock when you put on the...
Oh, I was confused why we were talking about cock.
Yes, I know. That's why I said it. You didn't say anything though, so that's why I didn't explain. But that's why we were talking about it. But we were expecting you to hold up a can of Coke. You're like, Canada Dry, and we're like, me and Ram just both went. Me and Ram both just went. That's not what we saw.
The other thing is, you very strategically blocked the product placement that I thought it was Mountain Dew this whole time. The way you've been holding the camera, it's Mountain Dew.
I was being careful.
Tell me that doesn't look like Mountain Dew from that angle.
It does.
You want it like this? There.
Should Megan explain?
There you go.
Should Megan explain what Canada Dry is? Do you guys have that in New Zealand?
I don't know. Something with.
Well, she said it's ginger ale. It's ginger ale.
She did say that. Okay, sorry.
She did say that. She said.
Sorry, Jacinda Ardern doesn't allow it here. So yeah.
Good.
Canada's
what are you having there, Jonah?
I actually don't have anything to drink. I meant to fill up my Starbucks water bottle that I won because I won a Kahoot in university. I won this as a prize, and this is my favorite water bottle. But I was focused so much on my intro, which turned out terribly,
That's great. What do you mean?
that I didn't go get water. So I might at some point just go get
During the
water.
mid-roll.
What did you want to
Maybe-
say? Go ahead. Sorry, Jonah. Continue.
That my water bottle is empty. What? Was I saying something else?
It sounded like you were going to continue, but I was going to...
No.
I just love that you have this Starbucks water bottle, which you won from a Kahoot in university. That sentence alone is just great.
I almost won 2 Kahoots in one class on the same day.
Did
I
you
got
win
second in
Rams
the other
Kahoot?
one, and I would have won another Starbucks product. So
Hey, I've won Rams Kahoot. That's all
Ram
that
does
matters.
Kahoots?
Ram does
Yes,
on
every
Community Day.
Saturday.
Okay, so
Wait,
Ram,
Twitchy,
I
did
have
you win last
On
time's one?
Friday.
I won.
No.
I didn't win. I didn't win yesterday, but I won the week before.
I think it was Axel who
Axel
won it.
won.
Yeah, Axel
Yeah.
won it.
I haven't tuned into a lot of Ram community days. I'm sorry. I just
They're
usually
like
am
the
in
best
bed.
streamers.
He's in bed by midnight, which your stream starts at
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning for us, Ram.
Fair.
Yeah,
It's worth staying up for.
But I did
that's
want
what
to
Caleb's
mention.
saying.
I did want to mention, guys, we did it. I've cut up and scooped the kiwi out of the
Shell.
shell. Wasn't gonna say
Shell?
shell. Wasn't gonna say shell. Out of the skin.
Peel?
Yes. So I've got that
You can
as
eat
well,
the skin.
as well as we've got some maple syrup. So
Why does that look like a medicine?
Does kinda look like medicine.
Actually, cough
because
syrup.
in Canada it is a medicine. It
Maple
heals
syrup
us.
is
Cures
Straight
all.
to
up
my
medicine.
veins.
Yeah, but I'll be doing that later on. Don't know if we're gonna do it in the middle or towards the end, but stick around for that
Mid-roll,
if you
so I
guys.
can get water.
Yes, I'm excited to see the maple kiwi reaction of the maple kiwi.
Yes. I'm disappointed, Ram.
I'm sorry. I have my McNuggies. Okay, at least I got something that's kind of related to me.
Dip them in
Nuggies,
maple syrup.
Okay,
Oh.
I don't have maple syrup.
They'd be fine. Honestly, they'd be fine in maple syrup.
Yeah.
Interesting how we
nuggie.
could get kiwis in Canada, but Ram couldn't get maple syrup in New Zealand.
I
Why can't we
can.
just
I'm
do
just
it?
lazy.
It's
Maybe
probably
you should talk to the woman upstairs.
Just how many times are we gonna say her name today?
I didn't
Jacinda.
say her name. I alluded to her.
the podcast title is
Um,
gonna be Jacinda.
Jacinda
Jacinda
Ardern.
Ardern, please marry me.
Actually, this is it's somewhat of an interesting segue here. Speaking of New Zealand, I visited a volcano in New Zealand, and I really want to get into this story. This is a story I really want to share
I want to hear the story.
because I also wrote down in my notes how I almost got stranded. Let's just say I wasn't a very smart 16-year-old, and also would you trust your 13-year-old daughter to go out with a bunch of like teenagers to a remote island on their own?
Want to clarify this first? I do not have a 13-year-old daughter.
Okay, but like
Have you
at some
not
point, would you do that? Would you trust 13's young?
13's young.
With just a bunch of teenagers who like oldest is like 16, which was like me. But just remote island, go.
Yeah.
Remote island go
we
burr.
decided to go up like one of the volcano islands. I won't say why. I mean, you guys know I live in Auckland, so it's Rangitoto Island. That's how you say it, Rangitoto.
I love
But
that.
we catch a ferry and we go there, and they tell us as we get off the ferry, there is only one return trip. Do not miss it. If you miss it, you will need to contact a helicopter service to pick you up. And that's not
Say
very
what the
cheap. And you will be stranded on the island till nighttime. So I was like, okay, cool. So let's not miss the trip back. Okay. So we go to the island and we take the massive, massive hike up all the way to the summit of the volcano. Now, us being teenagers, we have our Facebook. Okay. We didn't have Instagram back then. We had a Facebook. And we're like, oh, we got to take all these awesome photos of the view of New Zealand from the summit. So we trust the most extroverted white girl in our group to take the photo. And she just takes out her phone and, fumble, and it's lost somewhere. Okay? We don't know where it landed because we were busy and like huddled up. And we checked the time. Yes, the final ferry leaves in half an hour. It is a 1 hour trip down.
Oh.
Ooh, fun. And we don't have her phone. So, panic, right? We realize her phone didn't drop in the bushes. That's what we thought. It actually dropped. I'm going to try and show this on camera. Vertically like this. Vertically straight into the tiny gaps between the wooden planks on the deck that we were on. So we
Did it
had
go
to
right
somehow,
through, or did it get stuck?
like
Oh,
right
it got
through,
stuck.
just like like basketball swish it right through. We thought it had went somewhere else. I'm like, no, wait, I see it's under the deck. So we now have to look for a nearby bush to get a stick to try and fish it out, because there was a tiny hole where you could fish it out. Time's
my
ticking.
God.
We need to get off this damn island. And this white girl can't leave her phone alone, right? Like I said, she's the most stereotypical extroverted white girl. It's like, oh my god, no, all my followers, that kind of thing. So we spend a lot of time getting the phone back. Eventually we fish it out. Okay? And we say, okay, guys, if we run, we can make it. Okay? We start sprinting down the volcano, all right? I remember tripping up and rolling and getting back up, not caring about the pain I was in, because I just want to catch the death. I was just like, run for my life, right? And then 2 people in our group, like I said, we're idiots, right? We're teenagers at this point. The 15-year-old guys in our group were like, oh, yo, you reckon we got time to check out the lava caves? I'm like, no, you're joking. You're actually joking. You guys are being stupid. Like, oh, no, it's like 5-minute detour. And, at that point, I was just done. I'm like, you know what? Let's separate the group. The idiots go that way. Want to go check out the lava caves. And the rest of us are going to actually get off the island. Luckily enough, we managed to get all the way down. Or not all the way down, but we get like halfway-ish down. And in the distance, we see the... there's like a cart almost, like a little bus, a tour bus that goes around the island if you don't want to go up the volcano and you're lazy. And he sees us, a bunch of little kids running for their life. So he sees us and stops. He's like, you guys are going to miss the boat. Get in this van. And then we tell, or not in the van.
And in my van.
Get in the bus.
My van.
He's like, he says, get on this, or whatever. I don't know what it's really called, but he said, get on. And he said, hey, so can you wait? 2 idiots went to go check out the lava caves. Can you just wait for them to come down? And he's mad. He's fuming because there are families on this bus and they're just looking at us. And yeah, we're just teenagers. Eventually, he drives up to the lava caves, picks them up, goes all the way down. And we were actually 15 minutes late. The funniest thing is, the ferry was 45 minutes late. We were okay in the end.
Oh my god. So you could have went to the lava cave.
We could have. That's. I mean, they did rub it in. They did say, "Yo, we saw the lava cave." Just say. But had we missed that ferry, we genuinely would have had to call in a helicopter service and just stay the night on the island with a bunch of teenagers like idiots.
That sounds like a fun night, though.
I know, and this is where I wanted to go into. Is there any crazy adventure that's happened to you guys? Something stupid like that, just something completely whack. That's my craziest adventure of my life. Almost being stranded.
I can't think of anything like that at all. I am so reserved and so scared of everything, to the fact where I just there's no way I would even put myself in a situation like that. Really.
If it was just meant to be a volcano trip, we didn't think she's gonna lose her phone and everything. Yeah. Surely one of the trips down to the lake, something weird must have happened.
One thing I can remember, actually, I guess, from, just because you bring up the lake, we have a friend that, both you two were there. Yes, both Megan and Jonah were there as well. We went to a cabin, our friend's cabin, and, I brought our good dog down, Jersey.
Oh.
And, pretty much, she just does not want to leave my side at all times. But then we were going out onto the boat to go tubing and stuff. And, what's the other thing you guys do? Water skiing. Thank you. But then I get told that I need to go back to the... You got a guess, Jonah? He's muted. Okay. But pretty much I got told I had to go up because my dog had escaped the cabin and was, I guess, trying to find me because he could not find me at all and was, super scared. ended up walking up past the cabin, and then went up to the road. What my dumb dog ended up doing was running up to the road. A car saw the dog in the middle of the road, stopped for it, and was like, oh crap, I don't want to hit this dog. What my dog did was, since she was so scared and frightened, she crawled underneath the car and laid down underneath the car in a mud puddle. Just a mud puddle. They would not leave. They literally tried to like give it treats. They tried to give her anything. They just could not get her out from under the car. Like, she would not leave. But then the second I walked up there, I literally bent down, put my face next to the car, and she just like crawled out. And I was like, "You stupid dog."
Did the driver happen to see her go under the car?
Yeah.
Because I feel like he would have thought he hit the dog.
No. He stopped.
No,
my dog stopped. I guess both of them stopped, and then my dog crawled under. Like, while he was stopped, crawled underneath the car, and then he got out and was like, "What the heck? Yeah, you just crawled out."
Speaking of, there she is.
There she is. The woman of the hour.
There she is. But she, yeah, no, she's
At least we know that. We know your dog is extremely loyal. That's good. That's a good thing. You have a loyal dog. Very clingy.
It is true.
Yeah.
She's a bit better with my family now, too. Like, she'll do the same thing with my mom, but before it used to be literally just me. Only me.
Hill says, and she hasn't bathed since.
Nice.
She's definitely bathed. She's nice and clean right now, actually, and shorter hair than her usual. She looks good right now. All right, she wants to. Goodbye, dog.
All the audio listeners are jealous.
True. Dog, say hello into the mic. Hello.
Is Megan's craziest adventure buying the PC?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the only crazy adventure in my entire life.
You don't got it? Megan, Jonah, do you guys have any? I mean, mine wasn't that exciting, but it's...
Okay, all I can think of is, like, inspired by Ram. Like, my family, we've almost missed quite a few flights. That's not really that exciting. Like, we were just talking earlier
Has
today.
a bad airline experience? I love bad
It was
airline
kind of a crappy
experiences.
experience. We were just really late flying in. We were going to Montreal, so you had to lay over in Toronto, from Vancouver. So we flew from Vancouver to Toronto, and then we're sitting on our plane in Toronto, and we're getting texts saying your flight is boarding to Montreal. Like, they're texting us. We had to sprint through Pearson International Airport in Toronto, to get on the plane to Montreal, and they lost our luggage, and it was pretty damaged when we got it. At 7 a.m. the next morning in Montreal, which is 3 hours ahead. So my dad like smacked his head on the roof when he got up, because we were staying with my cousins, and the roof was really low. Like, none of us could really stand up straight in there. And my dad's
Are they just like a really short family, or
they're pretty short people, but nobody was using the room as their guest room. So
Interesting.
yeah, so we almost missed a flight once. My parents don't remember this, but I remember it clear as day. They'd call me a liar. But there was one time where we were sitting there in the airport. I think we were probably flying to California from Vancouver, and we were sitting there literally eating breakfast, and they said over the thing like 3 or 4 times, they were like, I'm not gonna say my last name, the blanks, your plane is boarding, like, we are looking for these individual passengers. And they said it like a couple of times, and we just were tuned out eating our breakfast, and then we were finally like, oh shit, that's us. So then we ran again. We've had to run a lot. Now I'm just thinking of airport stories. Like, I got in trouble for my parents
I'm trying
because
to think of that too now.
So the Olympics in 2010 were in Vancouver. They had 3 mascots. There's this one little cute, like, round, I don't know, they weren't really real animals. I don't know, like, and so it was called Muck Muck was the fan favorite. My sister had this stuffed Muck Muck, and she's like, why do I have to put it in the bin or whatever? And I said this quite loudly, and I said, it's because they're afraid Muck Muck might have a bomb in him.
Yeah, not the smartest thing to yell at an airport.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to defend myself. I was like 10 or 11 at the time. But then my dad was like, don't say that. We're gonna have to go into questioning, because I like merely said the word bomb in an airport.
That actually reminds me, like, very slight story of, you know how usually in a plane they give you Pringles? There's a reason why they give you Pringles. Oh, well, canned chips rather than canned chips rather than packaged chips. And there's a reason why they do that. It's because the air pressure is so high that the packet of chips is literally ready to explode, right? I didn't know that. I had a packet of chips. I go to open it, and it's the loudest bang, and I see everyone in the plane look at me. I'm like, it's a pack of chips, guys. It's a pack of chips. Like,
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Always have canned chips. It's always the best way to
I
go.
guess some flights do have Pringles here. I was gonna say we don't usually get chips on the plane.
Most of the time it's just
You have to pay for it.
I would say most of the times it's just cookies or like
Pretzels with
crackers
cookies,
or like something like that. But
crackers.
Good beverages.
Because people are allergic.
Clearly,
to
you
peanuts.
guys need to fly Air New Zealand. Just saying, it's a really good experience.
I mean,
Yeah,
my grandparents
well,
get like champagne when they go because they go on New Year's. So
Wow.
Fancy.
We're gonna fly Air New Zealand on New Year's, I think.
yeah.
Are you actually?
Then we can
Let's go.
and then we
get to
can
skip a
fly
day.
home and have like 2 New Years. Actually, I don't know how long's the
I
flight
will
from New
say-
Zealand to North America.
Kyle just said, just Googled Muck Muck. Looks like the type to have a bomb, to be honest.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
I'm
bomb
googling.
shaped.
The
Like,
heck
it
is a
wouldn't be
muck muck?
terrible.
I'm googling this thing.
He's like a gopher or like a beaver. I think he's a beaver. I don't know.
I felt so I felt, you know how like when you're younger you're like, oh, I feel bad, like you have to give your stuffed animals equal treatment and stuff, like your webkins you have to give them equal treatment.
Yeah.
Or is that just me? Am I crazy?
No,
Okay.
you're right.
No.
I felt so bad for the other two mascots in the Vancouver Olympics. I was like,
Miga
oh my
and
God,
Sumi?
stupid Mock. Yeah, okay, I'm not as bad as Caleb felt because he remembers their names 11 years later.
Yeah, it's Miga
really
Sumi,
care.
and I don't remember the big guy's name. It was like Quash or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What are these names?
Is his name
They're
Quash?
God awful.
I don't know what his
I think
name is.
that's right.
He's like a
I owned
Sasquatch
Mario
thing.
and Sonic
Quash.
during the Winter Olympic Games that were in Vancouver. Do you think they're on the cover?
No,
Are they?
no, I don't think so. Quachi.
I mean,
this
when I
is something-
googled,
Quachi. Quachi
Oh,
is
because
the
he's
name.
a Sasquatch.
Quatchy.
That's
You
what
know
I said.
That makes perfect.
I said Quatch because of Sasquatch, but no, but talking about airport stories, one thing for me, every single time I go with my family, you know, the selective test thing, I've gotten picked for it every single time.
dude.
Every single time. Miga Mukma
It's the hair.
and yes.
It's the hair. It's the arm.
Maybe
Everybody
it's
knows
yeah. I was gonna say like maybe it's just like they want a story because someone's gonna be like what are you doing, idiot? Why is there only 7 fingerprints? And they're like, this kid's disabled.
Nice.
Maybe.
But then this also reminds me. Oh, there was this. When I went to Italy when I was way younger, I remember I was like 8 at the time, maybe. But I remember they just like were. I don't know what exactly it was, but we got for the selective things, and because of my arm, they were like, yeah, you need to like take off your shoes, you need to do this or whatever, and then they were separating me from my parents as well. They were like.
Nice.
No, they're trying to hide something on you or something like that. You can't, and then like
Wow.
you know they're like take off your shoes and stuff like that, and I'm like, I can't. I only have one arm. I couldn't like at that time when I was younger. I just didn't have the strength to take them off. So then they were like, well, figure it out, pretty much. And like my mom was like wanting to
Figure
try
it
and
out,
help, like to take, and they're like, no, you're not allowed coming near him. And it was I don't even remember, but it was weird.
That's-
I don't remember if it was like as we were leaving Italy or when else, but it was very strange. But I don't really remember that, but I just remember being kind of told that for the most part. That and one more story for the airport that I find really funny. Back when I used to have my prosthetic arm, I used to.
Oh, I did not know that you had that.
I used to never wear it, and I'd always throw it in my suitcase. So like. The picture on people's faces.
Arm in your suitcase.
Yeah, no, the people, the faces on the people, not only the X-ray, but like you can see it pop up on the X-ray, and then they just go like,
Man's just got an arm.
you
in
can
his
see them
bag.
like, what is that? And then they like open up the bag to inspect it, and then they pull it out, and they're like, what the fuck? They're like, that is funny.
Caleb, didn't you used to use the prosthetic arm when we played dodgeball in PE, and then you were like a weapon with it? Because like it
No.
was like.
No, I never wore it in
Oh,
PE.
okay.
No.
I did
I
break
thought
it.
you
I,
did.
I broke my arm during dodgeball though.
Okay, maybe that's what
See,
I'm
that statement is actually completely different. Like when you say I broke my arm playing dodgeball, people wouldn't think he literally broke.
No, literally broke my arm. Like I actually mean
Yeah,
broke.
that's the
broke my arm.
thing. That sentence is that's interesting. Megan,
But-
do you have any
Yeah, Megan.
airport
Do I have any?
experience? I'm curious.
Any
Doesn't have to be
stories in
airport.
general?
Any
I mean,
stories?
any stories. I don't do anything exciting with my life. But I did get pat down in an airport, and they're like, "Do you have anything in your pockets?" I go, "These pants don't have pockets, ma'am." They're like, "We're getting this weird reading on your pockets." I go, "There are no pockets. I'm sorry to say."
Little did Megan know those pants did have pockets, and her parents
Yeah, I was
had
actually
put black
smuggling
tar
drugs.
heroin in them before they.
I was smuggling drugs home from Disney World. Sorry.
See, your parents just made you think they had no pockets.
Oh, you were going home
I
from
don't
Disney World? Oh, like yeah, then that good Florida cocaine.
When I was 17 years old, yeah, I didn't know my pants had pockets. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I would say one more actually that's coming to my mind. I have so many airports.
Yes.
Now that you brought up airports, it's like there's a lot of stuff that happens in
Well,
airports.
just weird, crazy experiences. That's all I was trying to say.
Well, airports has got me on the topic now, but another airport story.
I heard that, Megan.
Nice.
Yeah, that came for
I was trying to be sort of quiet.
When I was flying to Toronto a few years ago, I think it was in like 2015-ish, maybe. It was my first flight. I flew by myself to go out there, and when landing, both my ears ended up popping to the point where I couldn't hear a single thing. Literally couldn't hear anything. And I landed in the big giant Toronto airport. Literally got lost. Didn't know like where to go. I literally wanted to try and help and ask for directions, but I literally asked somebody. I couldn't hear a thing. I didn't hear the response, and I was like, this sucks. Like, I legit couldn't hear a single thing. It was really bad. Finally found everyone, got there, ended up having to go to the doctor the next day while I was in Toronto, and I had a double ear infection from just the landing of it, and they popped really bad to the point where while I was there for the 3 or 4 weeks, I mean, it was during the summer and we wanted to do a bunch of swimming and stuff like that, but I couldn't do any swimming or anything like that. And it was really bad. I had to wear earplugs in order to do it when we went up to the cabin, because I was like, there's no way I'm not swimming here. So I had to wear earplugs and stuff like that. It was a pain, but I remember that was scary. I mean, flying alone already was kind of like a scary thing. And then the fact that that happened when I landed was like...
Were you like scared? Were you like, I am permanently deaf? That thought ever cross your mind?
I don't think so. I think I was kind of, because I figured, you know, my ears popped because I was on a plane, and I was like, it'll eventually come back. It's like when you go on high altitude up, you know, on a road trip, I'm like, you know, they'll eventually come back in. But I didn't expect them to last for a few weeks. But like, I couldn't hear for, it was probably 2 or 3 days, but the whole them being plugged and stuff was for a few weeks, which was very annoying. But yeah, no, I just, that was scary though. Just walking around, I remember asking like a security person, I'm like, where do I go to like for this? And then I just didn't hear a response. I'm like,
thanks.
I felt so bad, and then I eventually figured it out, and I was like,
did they not at least like point something in the distance that might have helped?
Nah.
No.
I mean, I didn't really try hard enough. I couldn't be like, I can't hear you. I didn't do it. I was just like, because I was
freaking you, and then they start doing sign language, and he's like, no, I don't know that either.
I don't know sign language.
And they're like, who put this deaf kid on a plane who doesn't know sign language?
I can't respond with sign language because I only got one arm. Just one arm.
Like, to what? To what?
We're playing charades.
Oh no! Wow, that's fantastic.
So there was a question from Kyle in chat which said, "Did anybody watch the McGregor fight?"
No.
I was gonna say I don't think any of it. So I saw some highlight. No, I only watched the end where he's on the ground because I don't watch fights. But I was like, oh, did he
Spoiler.
win? Spoiler. He's on
the ground.
He's on the ground.
No, so go
It
ahead.
was pretty unfortunate. It seems like he broke his leg, is what I read. They were
Ugh.
saying on the broadcast that he broke his ankle, but he broke his leg. It did not look very good. Um, so it's
It would be
unfortunate.
weird if it looked good.
It didn't look too bad. I don't know if Kyle can
Mm.
I don't know if Kyle watched it all,
He
but if
said
he can back
icky.
me up here.
He said
But
icky.
like compared to like what I've seen happen in NBA games before, that seems to be where like the majority of them have it, or sometimes you see it in like NHL games too, where their legs
Did
go like that. Like not as bad.
I wanted to ask you, did you watch the most recent Steve Dangle podcast, Jonah? I assume you probably haven't.
The one that came out yesterday?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I wanted to say, did you hear with Jeff Petrie? Did you hear why his eyes were bloodshot red?
Yes.
Ah!
His thumb, so his thumb was broken. They put it back into place, and it. How does that happen? Like, how does
No,
that work?
what
It broke
happened?
blood vessels in his eyes.
Yeah. So what happened was his thumb.
You gotta explain this.
So his thumb. I'll see if I can get an image of Jeff Petrie with his eyes were like bloodshot red, and everyone's like, why? But it only just because the Stanley Cup Finals just finished. All the injuries and stuff have come out now because many people are playing with broken ribs, broken fibulas, broken just everything apparently. But pretty much his thumb, he had to push it back into place, but he was in so much pain that apparently like he passed out and ended up like, sorry, what did you say? He
Popped the blood vessels in his eyes somehow.
yeah.
How?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is.
But
I
they
feel like
iced
body
the
does
most
weird-
nightmare
This is
team.
this is what his eyes look like. I'm gonna have to do this. screen
trigger
with-
warning in chat.
Yeah, I mean they're
Yeah.
not. They don't look bad in like
I
the
don't
photos, but you can see how like his eyes are just
Oh
like
yeah.
reddish.
He looks like the Mothman.
The Mothman.
I would say, but you can see, but his eyes during like the entire thing were just like fully red. Like you can see, like I don't know. Can I even zoom in? No, not really. But yeah, apparently, they talked about it on the Steve Dangle podcast, and I was like, like that is pain.
Yeah.
Like to push it back in, he
Oh.
passed out, and all of his eyes bloodshot. That and
Yeah.
it's like there were so many
Did not
injuries.
game-
Killer and had the
Was this recent? This
Yes.
is very recent, right?
Yeah.
It's just finished.
feel-
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things in sports lately have been having some
finishing up.
really major injuries. Like
Yeah,
really
it-
major.
It looked like that at the start of the Vegas series, I think, Caleb, wasn't it? So it was a couple of weeks ago that first came up, but
I think it maybe even happened in the Jets series.
sports injuries, like for hockey, like Caleb said, they don't really reveal them until the end of the season, which is because some people would be like, please don't play them. And also there's the fear that they'll get targeted. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's whatever, his
weak.
collarbone's messed
I mean,
up. We'll hit him in the collar
Kucherov
now.
on Tampa, who won, by the way. They finally won the Stanley Cup the other
Spoiler
day. but-
alert.
Spoiler alert. No, but
Why-
I don't
Hey,
know
what-
hockey. So.
but Kucherov, like, for example, he was already like public enemy number one. Everyone wanted to go against him or whatever. But apparently, he played the whole last series with a broken rib. So
Yeah.
he'd seemed and like the amount of times like I heard about that, like the broken rib thing. The amount of times I remember like people like Gallagher or like people on Montreal just literally just going up to him and just cross-checking him, like just getting in his face. And like, I mean, they do that anyways. They're just like, just kind of assholes, just being like, roughing them up. But I'm like, wow, he's getting cross-checked in the ribs with a broken rib. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
like,
That sounds terrible.
Like a really enjoyable time.
but
Yeah. But Ram,
go ahead. No, I'm done.
sorry. So, like, to Ram's point, there has been a lot of like weird sports stories recently. I do agree. Like, there was.
I was
the-
gonna just say like one of the big ones, because I don't know if anyone here follows football or soccer, but in the Euros, the whole Ericsson thing.
Yeah, that's what I was
He
gonna
literally-
say.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this.
I didn't see it.
He
Oh,
had a
yeah.
heart attack mid-game.
Oh wow.
Like mid-game, he just stopped and fell.
Drops.
Yeah.
Like heart attack, and people like in the game, his whole team, even the opposing team, crowded around him on purpose so that media doesn't start filming it just out of respect. But medics were
Yeah.
there for ages, and it was just like really,
Wow.
really intense. Yeah, ZB, go look up like Ericsson heart attack. You'll see him just fall.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
scary mid game.
Yeah,
And I
so-
feel like so many major stuff lately has just been, yeah.
Yeah, and then so McGregor broke his leg. I don't like. I
Hmm.
heard that something happened to Giannis for the Bucks, but I don't think he went out. Like it looked bad, but it wasn't actually that bad. maybe he's just playing through it. At the start of the NHL playoffs, John Tavares got taken out, which was pretty freak.
Jake Evans.
Jake Evans got absolutely walloped. Like, that was pretty bad.
There's a bunch of really bad stuff.
The Columbus Blue Jackets
third
third-string goaltender died on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Because he got hit in the chest with
He
fireworks.
got hit in the chest from a firework and then ended up
Really?
landing on his head and ended up head trauma and died.
Apparently it's chest trauma. They thought it was his head, but apparently it was his chest.
I heard he got hit in the chest and he had head trauma, which I was like...
The coroner's report apparently said chest trauma. This is a really fun topic. I won't go into like the horror story.
Trigger alert,
It's a real horror story. Like, what's happened since then. Like, it's not a fun story.
And the weird thing as well, Jonah, like, I was just like, you know how I was watching those, like, the Seattle draft like videos and stuff like that. I was watching one from like a week ago, and it was talking about how Seattle, like, they could look to maybe pick that Columbus goalie, and I'm like, oh no, I'm like, and that's when I realized, oh, this video is from a few days ago. It is not up to date, and I'm like,
oh, I was gonna say, can they? But I guess because.
Well, no,
No, but like, that's their third. But Merzlikins maybe doesn't.
I don't remember.
Sorry,
but yeah,
we're talking about NHL stuff. That's probably boring to everyone.
I just remember on the board though, like, his name was on the board and he was talking about it, and he was like, oh, this could be an option. He's a young goalie, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, apparently they thought he was going to be his backup this season. Yeah, very bad story. And like, now they're trying to plan a funeral service, and his mother doesn't speak any English, and he's and they have to have Elvis Merzlikins, one of their goalies, talk to her because she's Latvian and he's Latvian. And he was there. It's bad. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah. A lot of weird injuries.
A lot of bad stories. A lot of really
argue it's a big
stories.
conspiracy theory going on.
Has anything happened in like a relevant New Zealand sport, like rugby or cricket?
See, here's the thing. I'm the most like non-Kiwi sports.
What's happened in the RLCS? Any injuries? Any big injuries in the RLCS?
Yo, Energy Justin broke his thumb for freestyling. Oh no, not freestyle. No, but like, because I am Egyptian born, my national sport will always be football, soccer. I'm a soccer little Mo Salah represent.
Mo Salah, yeah.
Yeah. Not everyone. Some people don't know I'm Egyptian. They look at me and you're like, yes, Indian. Got it. Every time.
Really?
I swear it's happened so many times in this country. They're like, hey, are you Indian? No. Like, they just never, ever guess it right.
Even
I would say that
a lot of Indians.
I mean, no. I mean,
that does have a lot.
Like, Jonah, you're saying that, but I was gonna say, I remember in the car ride when we were in Kelowna, when me, Ray, and Adam went to Wendy's or whenever it was late at night, whatever night. But when we went late at night, I remember Ray asked like where Ram was from, and I said that he was like Egyptian, and then she said, I don't remember exactly what, but it may have been Indian or something like that as well, which was like, like, no, Egyptian from New Zealand. So
yeah.
Kyle says, wait, Ram isn't Indian. No, he's from Pakistan. So he's gonna beat you up. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, Ram.
That's gonna be a thing. No, it's funny you mentioned that, like, because you asked, are there a lot of Indians in New Zealand? And I say yes, because New Zealand's like one of the top countries for if you want to start a business, go to New Zealand, because we just have a lot of business opportunity. So we have a lot of Indians coming here, starting their own business, and most commonly, I will say it is a dairy. Now, do you guys know what a dairy is? I love bringing this topic up. ZB will know what a dairy is.
I don't know what a dairy is.
No. What do you call your typical tiny, small convenience store down the road?
A convenience store. Or like a corner store, I guess.
See, corner store is normal. In Australia, they call them servos. Whatever. We could just call them dairies. And everyone makes that face that you just made right there. You're like, what the hell is it? Yeah, it's just called a dairy. I
was more thrown by where did you say they
servo.
Say servo?
Oh, servo. Australian slang is always just take a word and
Stella
add
seems offended.
Servo.
Oh, hang on, guys.
Mysterious hand.
I'll call it a servo.
What do you guys call it then? Do you call it a corner store as well, Stella?
Ta-da!
Cat.
Simba's here. cat.
Simba.
That's a cat?
He's gonna. What do you mean
That's
that's
like a curly tail, like a dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
the curly tail. It
Simba's
looked
tail?
like
Bath time.
Simba's tail
Raider's
is just like a.
Revenge.
It's just
Corner
a
shop.
swoosh.
Yeah, I've
Corner
heard
shop,
corner shop
yeah.
from people.
That Ram, that kind of looked like Caleb's dead dog.
It did look like
Simba,
Raider.
not on camera,
The
bro.
back.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Thank
Simba.
you.
Come on, let's
Simba.
just agree, dude.
Oh,
you
he's
do
gonna
what you
join the
want.
Pokemon. But yeah, no. So
You can see
like,
him
there's
slowly
a lot
crawling
of
back in.
A servo is where you get petrol. What's I know what petrol is, but oh my god,
Yeah.
petrol.
Yeah, no. So like every dairy you go to,
Servo is Australian petrol. Yeah, there we go. Everyone's
Dude,
correcting you, Ram.
it's-
You've said it wrong.
All right. I'm sorry. Well, anyway, in the dairy, it's so common. Like, it's weird. I've seen Indian families come here and they live in their dairy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kid you not.
Wow.
There's like a tiny little back room with a curtain, and I've seen it open.
Carlos's
I'm like,
place.
"There's a
Carlos's
house back
place.
there."
Guys,
Yeah.
Carlos's place.
Okay, he's doxing us again.
Corner store.
Doesn't exist anymore. You guys can't find it.
That's well.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I'll walk
Okay.
in there and I just hear like a family yelling at the back. You know, it's normal. But yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I think that like corner stores, I think that is usually a big like immigrant run thing. Like even in New
It's a
York,
great way
like
to start business.
yeah, in like New York City,
Yeah.
you go to a bodega, and very often it is owned by
Family-run.
first or second generation Americans and family run. Yeah, we don't really have that much here. We kind of just those are attached to our gas station for the most part, I find.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of just corner stores, especially here.
It's mainly just
Simba's
gas.
gonna make
It's
me
mainly
move
just
my
gas
camera.
stations.
Oh, you can see the
Petrol
McDonald's stuff,
station.
but-
A petrol station.
Simba, not on
Look
camera,
like-
bro.
yeah, it's petrol.
Let him live his life, dude.
All right. If you guys don't know what he's doing for our audio listeners,
Great
he's
petrol.
licking himself, shall we say?
He's giving himself a bath.
I go to
Did you
the
just-
gas station to get gas.
Simba,
He's
I swear,
giving it
the
further
the
back.
problems of having an outdoor cat. Let me show you the problems of having an outdoor cat.
They're
Simba?
dirty.
No. Can you like not bring home outside? Just brings it home. All right, I'll
Ram
put it in the
quickly
bin.
leaves.
Hey, Bram, I had a question for you. I
Yes.
could have Googled this, but I'm too lazy. And I thought of this earlier. And then when you're talking about Olympic mascots, it's been sitting on my mind. Like, does Australia ever host the Olympics?
New Zealand hosted the Rugby World Cup, and we won at home, which was awesome.
Okay. Because, like,
And
I'm
that was
just
like our
thinking,
biggest event. That was our biggest event, I would say, the Rugby World Cup.
because, like, my
for a
thought
small
is, if for the Winter Olympics, it doesn't really ever get that cold. But, like, you're on the flip side of, because it's really the Northern Hemisphere. Hemisphere? Hemisphere.
You might have an answer in the chat there, Jonah.
Yes,
Oh, do I?
We had the Sydney Olympics
In
2000.
2000. Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry.
I think
I'm
Australia
young.
would, not New Zealand. Australia's it's a good big country.
I'm sorry, ZB. I was 1 year old. I wasn't already
You were
20
one.
and moved out and have a job like you. My apologies.
Sorry, yeah, we weren't
sorry.
elderly
Um,
people.
There was
Toxic.
actually in our sorry, ZB.
Yeah, we're born. Yeah,
ZB.
ZB1. Yeah, no, we're all born in '99. Or us
What do you
three.
mean?
Us three IRL friends. Ram, you
97 gang.
yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
Ram, you look young. I mean,
I'm
that in a good way.
14. I'm 14.
Oh, that's why Jacinda abducted you.
Yes.
Because he looks young.
She knows about
I'm
my
gonna be
fountain of
banned
youth. She knows about
I'm
my
gonna be banned from
immortality.
that goddamn country. But sorry, yeah, I should have remembered Sydney because or no. Because there is like in our community center in the pool hallway, there's that one swimmer from our hometown, remember? And there's a picture of him in the pool, and it says, I think it's actually Athens 2004. I don't think it is Sydney.
I think you're right. I
You
think you're
started
right.
that
Okay.
sentence so like passionately, and then it just
Maybe my
went
dad had a
downhill.
shirt that said
Hello?
like
Yeah.
Sydney 2000 or something, because like he was,
This is why I
From
don't use
Australia.
autofocus. There
my
we go.
dad's not from Australia.
So was it your mom or dad that said goodnight to you there, Jonah?
That was my mom. Did you see me like stay up,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
don't get
yeah.
the camera.
Yeah, you're like, I'm on
Dude,
camera.
no,
Mom.
just do what I do. Have like a disembodied hand. hand you something. It's
Oh, my
great.
mom would come and she'd give me like a little kiss on the cheeks.
Oh,
I really wanted to
Man.
see it, and then I wanted you to yell, "Let's go Team Meatball," and then relive that clip again, Jonah.
Oh God.
Let's go Team Meatball. No, that clip's amazing.
Geez.
I think Ram saw that one.
So what are some other topics that Ram has in here?
Do we have other stuff?
I have the floating deer head story, but that's a long one. So I was gonna say, did we want to the maple kiwi or no?
Oh yeah.
Like halfway point.
Yeah. Jonah, if you want to go get
Suchi
water,
does not look happy.
Jonah wants
Oh
to
yeah.
eat it.
If I could go get water, that'd be great.
Go get
I wish I
water.
had a
Alright.
kiwi.
And I will go Switchy P. Except you know what? Switchy, I'm genuine. Wait.
I'll wait for you.
Wait.
Are we timing?
I swear to God, someone's in there. No, I hear the little like. Do you guys know what the like? I don't know what they call the toilet fans. I don't know what the the toilet fans.
Toilet fan?
I thought you were gonna say I can hear one of my family members pissing.
No,
And I am
No.
listening.
No, because the toilet's like next door to my room. But do you guys don't have like these fans where like if your toilet doesn't have many windows, you turn it on so that the humidity gets it. Yeah, I can hear that going off, which means I feel like someone's in there. But let me check.
ZB, that was
If
literally the
no
first thing
one's
we
in
talked
there-
about. You missed
If
out
no
on
one's
that.
in there, I'll come back and tell you to start timing.
Okay,
for
I'll
the
be right
Switchy
back.
P.
Okay. No, but our first topic, ZB, was actually as soon as we started the podcast.
No one is in there. You may
Jonah?
start in 3, 2.
Start the
One.
timer.
Do you have
Go.
a timer, Megan? Okay.
No.
Neither do I. Go chat.
Can we just make up a number?
I have a stopwatch. Nah, I got a stopwatch going. No, but yeah, when we started the stream, Jonah did our intro, and then I asked Jonah what happened to I Love Survivor 101, because that was what his old username was, and now he's Enderscare. And the reason why he's Enderscare is because he's scared of Enderman on Minecraft. Yeah, that's all it is. But we're talking about our old Minecraft channel we had together when we were 13. That was not fun.
Check that he knew Big Man, a bad boy Halo.
True. That's the YouTube video of the intro we talked about. But yeah, other than that, we made Megan's name, and you guys have heard from me and Ram before. But what we're doing, ZB, I've got the kiwis. I've got the kiwis, and I've got the maple syrup. The kiwis, everyone left. Me and Megan are nobodies. Fucking
Yep, that's
sure.
it. Sorry, we don't exist.
All right, I guess we'll sit here in silence while Ram. You know, do I leave now? We're 1 minute in right now. Never mind. I need to finish the timer. Do fish get thirsty?
Wow, Kyle.
Do fish get thirsty?
That hurts my feeling. I'm gonna
Jonah,
leave.
do fish get
I'll leave.
thirsty? Do fish get thirsty? It's a question.
I don't know. I didn't mean it. I love you, Megan. Megan sucks at Kale, kind of cool. Oh.
What about Jonah? What do you think?
For the timer.
About 140.
Oh, that's one of my slower ones. I've done
It
130
is.
before.
Yeah, that was
Fuck
slow.
Enderman, says Kyle.
We were talking more because ZB said, "Tell us the origins of your names," which I'm like, we already went over yours, Jonah. So
Oh, so you linked MC 79 again.
again, yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. My life as a content creator is revived.
True.
Mm,
You gonna start
Never
streaming
came to
again? You're
life.
really entertaining. You should stream, Jonah.
there you go.
You're
You have
good.
been
We're all
a
gonna
great asset to this.
Caleb, this is to support you.
You're just gonna chug maple syrup with
A
me?
good Rogers golden syrup.
Nice.
I'm going to
which
continue
is
to have
really
a chicken
good.
nugget.
All right,
Did you do the maple kiwi yet?
not yet.
I don't have any.
We're about to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like do a little shot in my mouth.
So I got a shot of maple syrup. No, but look at the kiwis. I've prepped them, and I've got my. I didn't tell you this yet, Ram, but the maple syrup that Megan got me that dropped off, the lid would
Oh,
not
no.
pop off to the point where it is so like I tried so hard at twisting it that I dented the cap. So now since it's dented inwards, it really doesn't want to open. So what I've done is
Shotgun it. Shotgun
no,
it.
I stabbed it multiple times, so you can see the caps there, but
Why do I just envision like Switchy that does not look good on stream.
That's
why
Alright.
did you
It
imagine
does-
Switchy just
the beat.
Ugh, my bad.
The Super Psycho. That's all you have to say.
Oh my
Anyways,
god, Suchi.
Guys, here I'll make it look great too. Here, I can't hold it because I've only got one arm. Fun fact. I'm gonna try. Can I drizzle it from up here?
Wow.
I'm gonna miss the
ZB's
plate.
right.
Let's
This
not do that.
this has no maple in it whatsoever. So I'm just doing it.
I
for
imagine
fun.
Switchy doing that every night.
Yeah, he does it to
Nice.
you, Kyle.
Ready?
Oh,
Guys, can you? Oh, that's not there really. Okay, I'm drizzling the maple syrup all over them. Do I let them soak in the maple syrup? Like, that's what Owen was saying, right? Let it soak.
If you think of the word maple syrup as a metaphor for something else, this makes it so much funnier.
Oh, speaking of metaphors,
Oh, we can
and
talk
yeah,
about-
we can talk about this. This is
Oh no, what have I done?
so
perfect
for context, I messaged Megan because she said that she was maybe going to the store. So I was like, "Hey, you should get some kiwis and maple syrup for me for the podcast." And take it away, Megan. Just
Oh, I mentioned it to my sister because we were going to pick up stuff for her party that she's having upstairs. And she goes, he's gonna pour the maple syrup on his dick and then fuck the kiwi.
she said,
bitch.
use the
then-
maple syrup as a lube and fuck the kiwi.
As lube and fuck the kiwi, and I go, is the kiwi ram?
No, oh no. He brought me into it.
Which would get more viewers.
Guys, that's what happens off stream. Shush.
Yeah, and then I go,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
that's-
sure using maple syrup as lube would give you an infection.
That's
she
what me
goes,
and
"It
Megan
would
get to
taste
watch
pretty
after
good,
the
though."
streams.
All right,
Oh
guys.
yeah, we get the private stream.
All right, guys. So
Oh my god.
I've got it here on my spoon.
Wow.
It's drizzling in maple syrup. Here, I'll even.
Ew.
There is a lot of maple syrup. Here, like I'll even pour some more on it. You guys can. So I'm gonna spill it all over my
Do you
mouse
have
pad.
I was gonna say, oh no, it's fine. I was gonna say if you have a a scene on OBS of just you,
Wait.
just to highlight that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know who Remi's Life 69420 is.
It's Justin. If you know Justin. I don't
Justin.
think you know Justin.
Okay, Justin.
Justin,
I knew it was
that's
someone. I've
illegal.
seen the name before.
You put in chat.
That's
Uh-oh.
illegal.
All right. Are you joining
Chat
me
looking
here,
stuff.
Jonah? I'm gonna have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
key
yeah.
right now. All right. Here we go.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What are you? Oh, that is fucking.
Hot. How much do you usually charge for that, Jonah?
I don't know. I just really wanted to recreate most of my Saturday nights. So.
Ooh.
Ooh. No,
I'm trying to-
kidding.
I'm trying to read Switchy's face. Does he like it?
So, to be completely honest, I've never eaten a kiwi by itself. I don't think
What?
ever in my life. To be completely honest, so that was just my first time in general.
Oh. They're a
Kiwi.
bit slimy.
The kiwi is very.
Gross. Don't describe it as slimy.
The kiwi is very overpowering. I could barely taste maple syrup, but actually, it was good. That was.
I eat kiwis with the skin on. Like I eat the skin.
No, you're that
I do.
guy. Ah,
I do. I eat them
It's like
whole.
my-
I eat the whole thing.
I
Like
had a-
there's nothing left
Well,
of the kiwi when I get my hands
Jonah
on
has
one.
no
people
problem
just
with
eat it like an
Harry
apple.
Potter.
Do you eat it like an apple?
Not well, like yeah, like an apple, but like I like literally. I even eat like the weird like
Here you go.
stem kind of thing at the top. Like I'll eat
Oh.
that.
Weird, man.
I have nothing left
you
when
eat
I'm
the
done with
sticker
it.
too?
All right, guys. I've now drizzled. I can't get it in frame without spilling maple syrup on my keyboard. Okay. There's the skin with the maple syrup on the side. Ready?
Are you gonna have the skin? No, don't have the skin. It's a bad experience.
Use it as
It's
a
It's
bowl.
good,
Ah.
Caleb. It
Oh.
adds something to it. It's a
Ew.
little- mm.
It's
I'm-
fluffy.
I've had kiwi once in my life.
It's like eating like non-sticky duct tape.
Bro, he's spitting it out.
No. I'm just grabbing napkin because it's messy.
Oh, I was gonna say he doesn't like
okay.
hairy ball sacks in his mouth.
Okay. Don't gotta go
Kiwi
that far.
sex.
That's why Jonah likes to eat it whole.
He didn't deny it. That was
So,
okay.
Switchy, do you prefer it hairy or not?
Not.
Okay, all right.
There we go. We're
Cool.
learning something.
Yeah, no skin.
Something.
No foreskin.
No.
I'd have that
Can
again.
you-
I'd have that again. That was really
Still
good.
leaving. That's it.
We'd have it again.
Yeah, I did. That was good. I recommend if you guys eat kiwis and enjoy kiwis.
Still says,
Do it.
I'm leaving. I can't take this anymore. I don't blame her.
Make sure it's
Eh,
real
look,
maple syrup.
just wanna
Canadian
say-
maple syrup.
I just want to say, I want to show you this. This is just a cursed image
Cursed
Of-
image.
of my plate of just. It is like you can see how much maple syrup is.
It's swimming in maple syrup, dude.
Ew.
Like,
Oh,
And like I said, the kiwi was overpowering still.
really?
You need to
Very.
like. You need to do what they do with pickles.
I was gonna say,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
need to
Put it in a jar.
it-
Put it in
Put
a jar.
Yeah, pickle it in a in a jar full of maple syrup. Leave it for like a week.
Oh
No.
no.
Have you seen
no.
Megan? I know you have. I think the guy on TikTok who was pickling like everything and then drinking it, or he was like pickling.
Vodka.
Yes, he was pickling a
No,
vodka.
pickle vodka is a thing, dude.
He
They sell
pickled
it
vodka
in
is a thing,
stores.
but he started pretty much. He would fill up a jar with vodka and then put a random food item in it, and then come back a week later and chug it. And so he started with pickles. He's done literally anything you can name. He's done eggs. He's done.
Chicken nuggets?
I
Yep.
don't imagine eggs.
He did
Let's
chicken nugget.
go.
Oh, it looked gross because like even if a
Yeah,
nugget
it's a
goes
week
in
old.
water, even if like a nugget goes in water for like a second, you know how soggy that gets. Imagine it sitting for a week in. Was it vodka he did? I don't remember. I don't know if I'm following the person on TikTok, but I saw that and I'm like, that is disgusting. The fact that he did it with a chicken nugget, a week-old chicken nugget in vodka.
In vodka.
Speaking of vodka.
Yeah, it was vodka. Yeah, it was vodka. Oh, you're
Yeah,
definitely not
okay.
drinking.
it's a can of vodka.
It's a V.
It's a V.
It's a V.
A carbonated vodka.
What's V?
That's why I always ask.
Heaven. It's the V from heaven. It's that good. All right. This thing is
Okay.
amazing.
It's like an energy
It's
drink.
the most. It's an energy
The
drink,
V's
but
that good.
Okay.
it's very, very, very addictive. It's super sweet and it's sugar free, so you don't need to feel guilty.
Was it a
about
pickled chicken nugget? Emily, if you can find that TikTok channel somehow and send it to me, that'd be good. That or Megan, if you have your phone open.
Emily's job.
Emily's in chat,
I
and she
do
said
not
she's
want to
seen
go
it.
scrolling through TikTok, dude.
That's fair.
E
Um,
I have
equals
weird
Y
ideas.
Rams energy.
What about the
source.
person
See-
who was sausaging everything?
I have to ask, Llama, have you had V? And ever since you had V, could you stop having V? The light blue one specifically, because it's addictive, very, very addictive. I must know.
Emily says I have no
No,
lucky.
no. ZB, you chose the most disgusting medicine flavored piece of garbage. Never get green V. I never get green V. Look, light blue or red. Nothing else.
pick a side.
Do not have any of the other ones. They're so bad. The green one's bad.
The videos you sent me and see if I can find it.
I don't know if I sent it to you. Did I? Or did you send it to
did.
me? I don't remember.
I definitely didn't send it to you.
Do you want to? I'm gonna quickly, because I didn't take a quick bathroom break. But do you want to start off with your story, Ram, and then we can come back to this if Megan finds it? But you
Sure,
said your story's long,
sure.
so.
I found it.
Oh, you found. Okay, hold on. Let's interrupt this.
Okay,
Actually,
okay,
if it
okay,
is here,
okay.
you actually found it. Send it back to me on TikTok.
yeah. Sure. Ooh, vodka Twinkie.
'Cause I can-
Vodka McNuggets. Here, I found the exact video.
Oh, it's so gross. I can
Vodka-
open
oh,
up
they're
and-
McNuggets? Yeah, they're not gonna last. They're
No.
not gonna last.
Not at all. I'm opening.
No.
McNuggets can last at most like I don't know, 12 hours.
No, they fall apart in like liquid. I used to put like vinegar on my McNuggets when I worked at
Is
McDonald's.
that when you don't have sauce, you just put vinegar?
No, like we had sauce, but like my manager was like, "Try this," and she like put vinegar,
And you trusted her?
and it was good. It's so good.
All right, here.
Oh no,
here,
it was
it's
vinegar, salt, and
gonna be
pepper, little
visual
thing.
again here, but this guy,
So good.
this is the guy. He would just pretty much. I don't have
Oh,
the
God.
audio on for it at all, but yeah, pretty much what he would do is, yep, throw them in there, and fill it
He
up with
seems
vodka.
like someone who drinks a lot of vodka.
I mean, he does this
So
Oh,
it
it's-
was vodka.
all the
Rich
like with a whole
vodka,
bunch of things.
enjoy it.
But then he leaves it for a week or until something happens, is usually what happens. And he comes up, look at how big the. Oh. And then so then he drinks out of it, and then he also tries one.
I hate that he touched it.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, scrolling through all the stuff. Look at vodka potato, vodka donut, vodka jalapeno, vodka Twinkie, vodka cheese. That one was terrible.
No, vodka potato, isn't vodka already made out of potatoes? Is that just double vodka? I don't know. Bacon vodka, Oreo vodka, like it just. I remember I went through and watched every single one of these pretty much. Raw egg also. Imagine egg sitting for over a week. Yep, that sounds great.
With the worm in the bottom, you eat the worm and OMFG you get ripped. I think I've heard of that before.
Wait, what?
Isn't that like super
I've never
fancy?
had that. Has anyone ever had the vodka or rum with the worm in the bottom? I've heard of it.
No, I'm not interested.
I never had it.
Huh,
I'm getting ripped tonight. Ate the worm in the bottom of the vodka bottle.
Okay. On that note, Switchy P, Ram, do you want to take away with your story?
Sure. I mean, you won't miss out too much knowing how fast you're.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be like, and
2 seconds. Let's go.
Okay.
He's
Alright,
he's already done it. He's back.
Yeah, he's probably gonna come back as soon as I pretty much finish talking in this sentence, which I am now extending so that he is able to come back in time. Because I really know how fast he can do a Switchy P. So I'm just gonna keep trying to talk so that the sentence comes to an end. Hurry the hell up, Switchy! This is one of your longest Switchy Ps that I've seen.
Like literally, you guys haven't been behind the scenes. It's a bucket next to his desk. That's why he's so. No, I'm just.
How was I?
Yeah, that was one of your slower ones.
Yeah.
I was trying to extend this.
Already. You missed the whole story, dude.
Yeah.
No, that was a long story.
No, but no. So I haven't actually started my story. I was just kind of talking, but my story is this. You guys know that me and my brother are pretty close. We're always here every Wednesday doing the Pokemon streams and stuff, and he helps me out with a lot of my Twitch stuff and the Twitch background. And some people always tell me that, like, oh man, the friendship you have with your brother is so cool. You guys get along so well. It wasn't always like that. That's where this is where the story comes in. So as a kid, my brother liked to sometimes play a cheeky little prank on me, and I have one particular prank. I hope he's just like lurking in chat right now because he knows the story. There was one little prank he did to me when I was a kid that has eternally scarred me. That the fact that I'm 23 and it still has scarred me to this day. I think I was like probably like 6 or 7, very, very young. He's getting 10, he's trying about 10 years old, getting to that cheeky age. And I don't know why we had this in our house, but we had a clock that was just like the clock itself is tiny. It was like, I don't know, like this big. It's tiny, but above it was a giant floating head of a deer that looks extremely realistic. I know. And I'm a kid. I was always scared of that clock. Always as a kid. That I even told my parents, can we take it down? And they took it down. And they put it in like a little back area. So there I am in my childhood, having a good time, jumping on my mom and dad's bed, as you do, all right? I'm jumping on my mom and dad's bed. I'm having a great time. And my brother knows I hate this. I didn't know Mark was home, okay? I thought he was out or he was out with a friend or something because he said he was leaving. I didn't know he was home. And the door's open to my parents' room. I'm jumping up and down the bed, having the time of my life. And then I hear a, hello. And there's a floating deer head on the door, just like shaking. And bro, I screamed. I literally screamed so loud. And I genuinely scarred because in my head, I think that is the ghost of a deer head there just to haunt me. And my brother is laughing his ass off. And I hate him for that to this day. We ended up getting rid of that horrid thing because I'm like 6 or 7, all right? I'm going to imagine that's a floating deer head of like some demon at the door. Oh, yeah, so my brother got me good. He got me good, and I'll never forgive him for it.
Oh,
so
my.
That's the floating deer head story. Thank you, Mark.
Like, that's such a strange product to begin with.
Keep in mind, this is like what 2003 or 4, something like that.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know why we had that thing. Especially, like I said, the clock, it's tiny. There was more of the
Yeah.
deer head that was very prominent, and it was realistic. That's the thing. Like, why?
Yeah.
Um,
That's so strange.
and where I wanted to go with this is that was a prank that my brother played on me. I want to know, is there any super crazy elaborate prank you played on a friend that just either ended up horribly or ended up really f***ing good? That you got him really good. That's where I
So,
was going with this.
there's this good one where Megan's mom died Caleb's hair thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the Megan.
Wow.
Prank.
It was a
Lols.
prank all along.
What does that
I'm
sound?
trying. Yeah, Caleb, something's coming through on your mic.
It's not coming through on OBS. It's probably
We can
just my,
hear it.
it's probably my AC.
I think it probably
Oh,
is
is it turning
AC.
on?
It's being
Like
on.
moving?
I don't know why it's
Yeah,
Picking
I
up
don't know
now?
why it's picking up now.
weird. I was gonna say the one of the pranks I can just remember, not from us exactly, but do you remember for I don't think it was our grad class, but remember the grad class Jacob's chicken prank on the school?
Oh,
Oh.
yes. Yeah.
Pretty much they live on a farm, and for his older brother's grad class year, they ended up bringing a whole bunch of animals into the school. So the
What?
foyer was just covered
There's a
in
lot of
chicken
chicken.
shit. Just
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
Is that even this sounds like one of those YouTuber videos. Oh, it's just a prank, bro. Sort of thing. And dude, what?
I just remember getting out of school and going to walk out of the foyer, and I'm like, why is there like
Oh,
20 chickens, and why is there so much shit everywhere?
You guys just decided to bring chickens to school.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's
I
great.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Do you guys
Um,
have any other pranks, Jonah? Do you have any on, or either of you on your siblings? Because you guys have siblings who are all
I'm
partying
just-
upstairs of Megan's house.
Party house.
I'm just thinking about how like lame our grad pranks were.
What was
Did we even have any?
a walkout?
Didn't we like go
People were
lie
like,
down?
let's just skip the day.
I thought we went and lied down in the hall or something.
I didn't lie down in the
I
I
don't
know.
remember doing
My
that.
sisters were like, "Yeah, that's what you guys did," and I'm like, "I don't remember
Playing
doing that
dead?
at all." Like we all went and just like played down the hallway, and it's like maybe we did do that, but that's embarrassing.
I think the
so-
thing was like, let's all skip this day, and I'm like, no, absolutely
No, it's just
not.
grad skip
I've never.
day. That's just a
Yeah.
tradition, and I don't even know if that really even happened. But
I never skipped school, so
ZB and
What?
ZB and
yeah, I
Cold
never
Llamas
skipped a
have
class ever.
some
I never
good
skipped, but my
I
parents
took
just
sick
made me
days.
stay home sometimes. Like
I
there was a
took
thing that
sick
we
days.
had where at the very end of the school day or school term, we had something called a half day, which you literally go in, do nothing for about 3 hours, and go home.
Yeah.
So my parents just said, "Don't go." Like that's not
Oh.
only skipping, but my parents just said, "Don't go."
Nah, I was still forced to go.
Oh, boring.
And then I never skipped any of my uni classes either.
I'd
I
drive
tried
you
to
to
do
most
that,
of them.
and then I realized, yeah, I realized I had the freedom to just like not. So I didn't.
I could have missed them. I didn't.
I still did well. No, I did well. But it's funny you mentioned the lying flat story. This isn't really a prank, but my brother and I were or another family they're very close with us, and they had a son who was I think under the age of 5, like he's super young, like toddler, and it was getting really late, and they wanted him to go to bed, but he was still at my house. It was really weird. So we were like, okay, let's let him sleep for a bit. He was still young. He needed his sleep, basically. And it was getting like 10, 11 p.m. And they said, oh, we don't want him to lack sleep and be tired for school the next day. They're at my house, basically. They're at my house, and they don't want him to be tired for school the next day. And it's already really late. So they said, put him to bed now. And then when we leave, we'll wake him up so he can continue sleep at home. Really weird concept anyway. But they were like, can you please put him to sleep? So my brother and I were really good friends with this toddler because we always play with him. We're like, okay, here's a great idea. Maybe if we pretend we're asleep, he'll sleep with us, and then we'll just leave the bed, right? So we're on the bed, and we're like, okay, ready? And we just close our eyes and pretend we're asleep. And he thought we died. He starts bawling his eyes out, and he's like, "They're dead! They're dead. I'm like, no,
Oh
we're
my god.
Traumatized child.
He thought
That
we
was it.
died. Like just right there in front of him, just like, all right, dead.
Sleeping? No. Sleeping forever.
Yeah, I remember that. It was quite funny because then we did the complete opposite. We're meant to calm him down, put him to sleep, and in the end, he just couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. He thought we died.
Like,
So,
no.
yeah. That was
Children.
a great moment.
God.
So, yeah, no, clearly we make terrible parents because that's not how you put a kid to sleep.
I'm,
You know,
Why
just,
not?
you know,
I
just
mean,
pretend you're asleep and he'll join you. What were we thinking? Yeah.
I mean, my
Fantastic.
dad played a prank on more my sister than I. But he hid behind the shower curtain in our bathroom. So we have a bathtub shower thing, and it has a shower curtain. So he hid behind it. I think it was Halloween or something.
Oh no, lovely.
And my sister walks into the bathroom, and he pops out and scares her, and she is scared so much that she cries. She starts crying.
Oh,
And now
no.
anytime, so the bathtub is right next to our toilet. So anytime we're in the bathroom, we have to open the shower curtain just to check. We're traumatized.
Yeah, I mean, like
Wow.
I've seen enough like serial killer movies to be like, nope,
Yeah.
check the bathroom curtain. Gotta always
Yeah,
have that
no,
open.
like my mom's like, why don't you guys close the shower curtain? I go, there could be somebody behind there. I have to
That's
know.
I kind of do like I did the same thing. I don't do it as much anymore. But like in our old kitchen, I would like people would just keep jumping out at me when I came upstairs. And so I would round it, like I would literally put my hand on the corner and then around it. So like nobody, I
Like
would
you were
feel
expecting
someone if they were
Mhm.
standing there, so they couldn't scare me. Like I just grasp onto their skin. So
You're like, haha, joke's on you.
So
No, not really.
we just don't have shower curtains. We're just like, if you're in the bathroom, you're using the shower. Like it was
Well,
just
still,
implied.
it
There's
keeps
no
it
need
keep,
for a
well,
curtain.
well, it keeps the water in the tub
In
instead
the
of
shower,
Well,
going
no,
on the floor.
if it's an open.
well, no, we have a
Yeah.
glass.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if
Yeah,
you don't
okay.
have
That's fine
glass,
then.
we
Yeah.
use shower
We have
we
a
curtains.
don't
glass.
have glass, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we usually have.
Well, you
Sorry.
need like basically like a torture chamber of a shower because you've got like a million critters apparently crawling up the pipes all the time. Like these horror
Yeah.
stories I always see.
No, New
It's
Zealand is
like,
perfectly safe. It's Australia that's the problem.
oh, it's Australia.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Ram. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you in that third world
All Ran
country.
has to
My
worry about our kiwi
apologies.
bird.
That third
Yes,
world
we have
country.
sheep inside the pipes, you know.
He's called
I'm just
Australia a
kidding.
third world country.
Australia's very nice.
Legit, like everyone in our chat right now is from Australia.
I love Australians. Scott Morrison does not have a gun pointed at my head right now.
Yeah.
So now we've
ZB.
name dropped so many politicians, just like Jacinda Ardern. I'm just like,
I know the Prime Minister of Australia and I know the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and that's it. So okay,
I don't know
the
anyone.
only people from Oceania I know, the leaders of the two countries. Well, there's more than that, but the two biggest countries, I guess, and the people who were on Too Hot to Handle that were from those countries.
priorities, nice. I like it.
Of course.
By the way, I still had another kiwi, so
Are you just eating your maple kiwi the whole time, or just
Yeah.
just to keep?
I got one more.
Yep, he's just vibing.
Oh, nice. There
Okay.
you go.
It's actually good.
Yummy.
Pleasant. What was ZB? He said, I have the best question. I can start with mine. Yeah,
what's
if you want to
up,
put it
man?
in chat, we can read it.
Yes.
For sure. If you have a topic for us.
I think a good.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He
God.
copied and
Oh
pasted
my
it.
lord.
Alright, Ram, or Jonah, you can read it. Jonah's good at reading.
Okay, so what's the most odd place you have slept? I think I've had weird, but the one that came to mind was I was at a party with friends and we got kicked out at 2 or 3 a.m. and we had nowhere to go and drunk, so we walked on the main road and needed sleep, so we found those unit/apartments that have a walk-in concrete/brick letterboxes, and we slept on the ground next to the main road for a solid few hours, used our backpacks for a pillow.
Weirdest place.
Okay.
I
Weirdest
have
place.
one,
I've got
but
one. I've got two
I've
actually. I've got one for myself, and my dad has a really good one.
Actually, before you
I have two as well. One for me and my brother.
before
Right.
Jonah, you tell us about your weirdest spot you've slept. Do you have your pillow you brought to the road trip with you?
Yeah, it's on my bed right now.
Yeah, can you show that? Yeah, guys, the only way you could the only way that you could describe this thing, it literally looks like something. It looks like a welcome mat. It literally. Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna show up well on camera, but there's my pillow. This
it looks like a mat. No kidding.
Oh my god.
That's not a pillow, dude. That's so.
This is my favorite pillow. I sleep on this every night.
Oh my god.
It is. I don't like sleeping on any other pillow. Basically.
Okay, so and the thing is whenever we used to have sleepovers or like that road trip or whatever, it's like we need a spot to sleep. This is what he does. He goes, yeah, I'll sleep on the ground. I have no problem sleeping on the ground. So he sleeps on the ground and then he sleeps with the welcome mat. It's like what the fuck? Dude, it literally looks like a welcome mat. It's just flat. Like it's. We were saying you would have more of a luxury experience if you slept in Carlton's cage.
I might have. That was pretty. That was actually pretty rough. Like their floor is very hard, but whatever. I live.
They were trying to give you stuff, and you're like, no, I no. They're like, we'll give you the yoga mat. We'll give you this sleeping bag, and you're like, no, I'm gonna just lay on the floor. Like they tried to help you.
Pillow in chat. I'm sorry. I'm not forcing all of you to sleep on my pillow. I'll
be honest, dude. I'm a little bit the same. I'm actually okay with sleeping on the floor. Like even though I have pillows in my bed, I like slide down off of them. I don't really use pillows.
I'm fine with the floor too. I'll sleep. Well, I slept on the floor for a few years actually. I mean, I don't really have a weird spot that I've slept that I can think of, but for me at least, I used to have a loft bed, not just in here, but when I was younger, I had a loft bed, and it was just so hot up there, and I didn't have enough room in it, so I literally refused to use it. So for it's probably like 4 years, I want to say, I literally just slept on the ground. I never had a bed, because I refused to sleep in it, and that was probably, I'd say that was probably from like, Jonah, when was I in that end room? Do you remember? I had one of those car beds. Do you remember those car beds? Had one of those. We got rid of the car bed and got the loft bed, and then I refused to sleep in it because I was like, how dare you get rid of my car bed?
Were you in the end room before or after you were in the smoking room?
Jesus, I kept moving. I went from the end room was my first room, and then I went to the room across from the bathroom, and then I went to the and then I went to the outside room there, and then I went back inside across from the bathroom, and then I went where I am now.
Well, I don't remember when that was then.
It was a long time. It would have been, if I were to guess, I probably slept on the floor from like grade 4 to like 7, I would think.
Yeah, that sounds probably right.
So good, like 4 years in there. It was.
ZB keeps sleeping outside. It's a bit concerning.
So my one was asleep outside as well.
Okay.
But I have good reason for mine. So I was actually on the bus on the way to work. This is actually very recent, like midway through last year, I think.
Oh yeah, you're playing Rocket League Sideswipe. Sorry, wrong story.
Oh no, I would probably be like early this year even. But no, I was on the bus, on the way to work, and I already knew I was feeling awful, because I was having a diabetic high blood sugar attack, and usually those last like a couple of hours, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll be fine by the time I get to work or whatever. Or just like, I'll rough it through. Bad idea. Because the bus driver was a bloody maniac with every single freaking turn he makes. And I don't know if you guys know the symptoms of a high blood sugar, but dizziness is a big one. All right. So I was like, oh God, this bus driver's just making me sick. Right. So I just hit the stop button wherever I am. I'm like, you know what? Just get me off the bus. And I'm so dizzy that there are these two little like high school kids on the bus stop waiting for the bus, and I yell at them like, give me the bench, I need to lie down. Just they were like, I'm sorry, and I just get on the bench, lie down. I'm like, bro, I can't. And I ended up my camera's out of focus, but I ended up sleeping for I think it was like 2 hours, and when I came to, I'm like, how did no one wake me up or steal my stuff or anything? Everyone was just like chill. There's just like some guy here sleeping on the bus stop in pure daylight, and no one seemed to care.
Fine.
That reminds me of the story that you were saying, Jonah. Was it when did you say You're talking about the 4 people that in Vancouver. Wasn't that you?
Okay, I'm not sure if this is this was me, but I'm not sure how similar it is to Ram's story. This was people
Just passed
on
out
a
in
bench.
daylight. Yeah.
Well, they had overdosed.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
wow.
There's a difference between.
I understand that.
They had
but I'm just saying,
overdosed, but they said, I don't know, people were like, oh, they were there overnight, so people just kind of assumed they had missed the last bus or whatever, they had fallen asleep. And they we have a pretty big opioid it's gonna get sad, pretty big opioid crisis in British Columbia. So and these guys didn't look homeless, they looked pretty well off, which it affects everyone. And so people just thought they were sleeping it off, and they could even hear them snoring. So they were fine overnight, but then as soon as the sun came up, they got pretty bad, and they had to all go to hospital. But all these guys had
not to mention
overdosed
this
on
is
bench next to each
like
other.
during that big like heat
Right,
wave that we kind of had. Like we had that really bad heat wave, so it was super hot, and they're all apparently in suits and stuff like that. So then when the sun came up, they're wearing suits, and the heat wave just passed out, and like
God. Yeah.
and everyone just thought, oh,
So
they're just sleeping.
People eventually did step in, right?
Yeah, they're fine. I don't think any of them died.
The thing about New Zealand is, if you guys don't know, New Zealand's the top country for freedom. I think we're a little too free to the point where it's like, do whatever the hell you want, no one cares. So it's like, oh yeah, guys pretty much sleep on a bus stop. Yeah, you just vibing. There's the thing, like people won't really check on you because it's like, do what you want sort of thing.
Yeah,
we're pretty chill here.
And ZB says he slept at a bus stop, so like it sounds like ZB is all like Australia, very similar apparently.
Well, ZB just said he was homeless, so
oh,
it all makes sense.
there's the freedom to throw large rocks at people's cars.
Yeah, at their houses.
And at their house, and then your neighbors have the freedom to scream.
That's Australia. No, Australia's not number 1 in freedom. I wonder what Australia's
Australia
rank in freedom. New Zealand is. Hold on. I wonder what the heck.
You're only gonna get America because that's what they think.
Dude, America's like not even top 10. It's really funny.
Land of the free.
Okay, Australia is 1, 2, 3, 6.
For what?
Where's Canada?
Canada's actually the one above Australia. So they're
let's go.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I read that wrong. Australia 5th, Canada 4th.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Look at that.
New Zealand number 1, baby. Yeah, top 4. Well done.
So I've got a couple good places for sleeping. A weird place to sleep.
That sounds really sus. I got a couple good places for sleeping.
Such as my bed.
Yeah, what's USA for freedom? What's USA for freedom?
Oh my god, they're so far down. Oh my god, they're so far down. Okay, hold on, here they are. I need to count because there's no actual numbers. No, that's the United Kingdom. Sorry, not United States.
Past the UK.
Oh god.
Is it at the bottom?
215th.
15th. They're not even top 10, and they're like, oh, America.
Embarrassing.
Okay, if you want to know, their rating is 8.72. New Zealand is 9.27 out of 10.
Interesting. That's actually pretty
what's
close.
The bottom? Now I'm really curious.
You want to know the worst country to live in for?
Oh, actually, you know what? I bet you it's just some
North Korea.
No, I mean this is pretty bad. Syria, yeah. Expected Syria.
I was gonna say, I bet you it's somewhere that's really just not.
Yeah, Syria is the worst.
Good. Yeah.
It makes sense.
There you go.
So my places for sleeping.
Yes,
weird
I must
places, not recommended. Okay, so I've slept. I've been trying to think if there's one better. This is kind of just disgusting, and it's also not going to make a ton of sense to a lot of people. So there's ferries, in British Columbia. I don't know if most people know where we live. But in British Columbia, there's ferries that you take. And so I've slept on the carpeted floors of the BC ferries before.
I've done that before. I don't think that's that weird. It's pretty gross, but
I also had I don't know if I had like a bug or something, or if I was just really jet lagged, but when we went to New York a few years ago, I fell asleep on the New York subway. I fell asleep on the top part of like the tour buses that go around New York, like during the
dude,
tour I fell
I
asleep.
I literally used to sleep on a bus daily. Sleeping on a bus
Well,
daily
I
because I was
was
just too
exposed
tired
to the
from work.
elements.
I see.
Outdoors.
Yes,
Okay,
eyes on
but I think the best one for this is actually my dad's story that he told us a while ago. So my dad was kind of a party animal back in the day,
Your
and
dad is
he was partying at this guy's house, and he got blackout drunk, and then he woke up in an ambulance. But the twist is this guy's house he was partying at. This guy's dad was a mechanic, and he was working on an ambulance. My
on an
dad had gotten
ambulance.
into his garage and went and just somehow climbed into an ambulance and passed out in the ambulance that was being worked on. So he woke up and he thought he was in an ambulance, which he
Like,
was.
why am I going to the
What a
hospital?
weird story.
That is crazy.
That's
That is
so
so
that's
strange.
weird. I'm like, oh my god, what's like?
Just
It's a
walks
it's a
into an
wonder he's
ambulance.
alive. Honestly, some of his stories. So
Dude, your dad's awesome. We love your dad. Your dad drunk is great.
oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, so is mine.
his, I'm blackout drunk. I think I'm very fun blackout drunk. Caleb's very fun blackout drunk. Megan's
I?
very
Oh
fun
yeah,
blackout drunk.
See, this
yeah,
is the
Jonah, you were
funniest thing.
very fun at that party.
I
Ram,
don't
Ram,
drink.
Ram is so fun blacked out drunk.
No, see,
I've
here's the
never
thing.
seen
I
Ram
don't
blackout
drink,
drunk.
and people tell me that like I would do a lot of fun if I did drink. I don't know. I don't need a drink. I'm pretty fun without it. Just saying. I'm like
Yeah,
the
you're
life
a
of the
fun
party.
guy.
I'm not. I'm
A
not the
fun
life of the
guy
party.
just
I
in
don't go to
general.
parties.
Ram, have you ever
Doesn't
been to
need
the
to be
club
alcohol.
before?
The club.
What's your definition of the
A
club?
nightclub, a
Nah,
nightclub,
not really. But I've been to
or
like
like
party.
A
I've been to like a
rave.
late night party. Yeah,
like a
I've seen
jump
like
house or what? They're probably called something stupid in New Zealand, not called a nightclub.
not like willingly. Like if
Jacinda's
it was like
Lounge.
a group.
A bop house.
Jacinda's
What's a nightclub? Oh, that kind of sounds like one of our bumping Biskins or something. Like what the hell?
He's British, everyone. He's British. A pub.
I can't do it.
Not
I
quite a
can't do
pub.
an Australian or a Kiwi accent, so I just
So
go
like
British.
I've gone unwillingly, but like I didn't exactly enjoy myself, and I'll just leave. I'm not that
I
kind of guy. I like small groups and going out in small
okay.
groups. Massive
I'm
crowds is
not.
not me.
I'm not a huge fan of nightclubs, but I've been like, cause we live pretty far from them, so I'll go with my friends and we'll like set up rides really late. So I've been to a nightclub sober so many times, and like that's where you don't want
It's
to be sober.
funny. It's so
It's
funny, isn't it?
so much louder, and you're like, you just look around, you're way more cognizant. You're like, oh my, like what the hell's that guy doing?
That's
And
what I
like,
mean by it's so funny. You see the stuff and you're like,
do I need to step into some of these like situations? It almost
Situations.
seems like.
so actually,
So
I have a friend. We went to my friend's 21st. And he did it at his place, and it was a sleepover, and he just had so much alcohol. And I remember it was me, him, and one other friend, and it was like 3 a.m. and we're just sitting there, we're trying to sober him up because my other friend was just gone. We had a giant bowl of chips, and we're just telling him to eat. Okay, and him and I get up. I think it was like we went up to go get something or whatever from another room. We come back and we see him sliding on the floor. Like crawling, and he's like, "Bro, I need another." And I'm like, "You are sliding on. You're not even crawling.
I need
He's
another one."
sliding on the floor." I'm like, "All right, come here, you." This is what I mean. It's funny being the sober one. He had way too much to drink that night. And the thing is,
You have to tell all the stories after that they don't remember.
yeah.
the thing is, I've told him about this podcast, so he could secretly be here, and then I've told him about this. So it'd be great if he's here listening right now because he knows that story well.
Well, it's good because I think if you're drunk, you can remember the story sometimes, but then people don't believe you. So then you're like the verification if you're sober.
Oh no, we filmed it. We
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
tell him right
There
now.
you go, then.
We're like, by the way, next morning, this was you. It was great.
It's like, yeah, like the one time I was blackout drunk, like Caleb and Megan, they were drinking, so I'm like, do I trust them?
The
Liars.
night that you're talking about, we were at was it a Halloween? Was it a Halloween party or was it her birthday?
It was her birthday.
It was her birthday?
Halloween.
It was her birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's on October.
We're at like a house party, and there was probably like 40 to 50 people in that house. That was crammed. It was crammed. There was a lot of people. But that was the most drunk I've ever seen Jonah, to where at the end of the night, I mean, I had probably like 7 drinks myself, but I legit was just playing supervisor mode while having that many drinks because I had to deal with another person who also was not good. Jonah, yeah.
No, we weren't doing well. No.
And then Jonah himself was pretty much, they were like, cops showed up and they pretty much shut down the party or whatever, and Jonah was still in the person's bathroom puking his guts out for a good half an hour at least after the party. We're all really good when it comes to like organizing rides and like DDing and stuff like that, and like you know we all look out for each other big time, so drinking here feels like fine for the most part. Like when we go to parties and stuff, like I don't feel ever in danger from.
We don't go to crazy things.
No,
I just remembered a great story from this. Thank you. Sorry, it's a short one, but it's a really good one. Every Tuesday before I'm streaming and stuff, my friends and I would always go to a pub quiz, and me being the sober drinker that I am, I just get a Coke or whatever, and they're always drinking. But that's not the point of the story. Is with the pub quiz, they always put like pub quizzy style questions, sometimes inappropriate stuff or like sexual stuff here and there. And there was a category for true or false, and it was porn parody names. Are they legit or are they false?
Nice.
We were the only team to get 10 out of 10. And when they announced our team getting 10 out of 10, he's like, yeah, I knew you were a bunch. I don't, can I say this word on Twitch? Probably.
You guys are well educated.
Yeah, say it. Go for
it. Right?
Yeah, he said like, yeah, I knew y'all were a bunch of wankers. And the entire pub is laughing at us. And we're just like, yeah, we kind of smashed that. Everyone was getting like 3 out of 10, by the way. It was like 3 out of 10. This group 4 out of 10. This group 10 out of 10. Everyone's just like, oh no. Yeah, so we were guessing, but we can just tell, right? We are experienced.
Yeah,
we can just tell.
The outlandish one is definitely it.
Were you saying something about that party though, Jonah?
Well, I just wanted to say,
okay.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I like that. I don't really want to talk about that party because it's a bit embarrassing for me. But
I've got great stories.
I wanted to read ZB's story, which she says, I remember a really drunk friend vomited on himself, and we all had to put him in the shower in his underwear, and he was drunk in the shower, spitting on his ass, screaming, "I'm a dolphin," and screaming, which sounds absolutely lovely.
Could you guys just share that like through the door?
No.
And then followed it up with Switchy, the mom at the party, which isn't true. In that instance, it was true. I usually am. I think.
There's been a few, Jonah. There's been a few occasions where I've had to look after you, and I like. There's been a few times the grad prom after party as well. At Colby's. A little bit. I had to.
I know what you're talking about. I don't think you had to take care of me.
Probably not, but I'm just saying there's been times where like I'll have like 2 or 3 times the amount of drinks Jonah has had, and I've been told, look after Jonah, make sure he's okay, and I'm like,
a tiny boy.
No, but that one party was Jonah puking in the toilet forever. Then when the cops came, Jonah, do you want to share about your?
I don't really.
He doesn't want to. Jonah thought he was gonna get arrested. He was scared.
I just said to the police officer, I was taking business law as a class at the time. So I decided I was good at the class. So I was like, I'm stupid. And I was like, I'll dispute like.
You were so drunk.
So I'm asking this police officer who had a lot of patience with me.
Yeah.
He's just trying to talk to the people because we're being loud out on the driveway, which it was our fault in the first place. The police were called because we were screaming out on the driveway. Me and our other friend who was drunk, screaming, yelling at each other. And so that's why the cops were there. And then I'm like, what are the charges, officer? What are the charges? Like I kind of am saying it in a way where it's like antagonizing now, but I was just kind of like, what are the charges, officer? And he's like, you need to go sit down or I'm gonna have to arrest you. And then I was sitting there and I was like, oh, is the cop gone? Because like I don't want to get in trouble. That's I think like that's I kind of remember. parts of it.
Meanwhile, at that
Very
time, I sadly missed that part because I had to go upstairs because since the cop showed up, we had a friend that was there who probably shouldn't have been there. Was underage.
Definitely
So
shouldn't.
I had to go up and I was like, stay your ass up here. And he was drunk as well.
Yeah,
And he's
don't
like, I'm gonna walk home. And I'm like, not right now. You're not going out right now. And then I was like, bro, you're not going out. There's cops out there. And he's like, I'll fight a cop. I'm like, okay, you're staying up there. We're not letting you leave.
Condoning underage drinking. He had deceived us. We didn't know he was underage. We would never support that ever.
True.
No,
Never.
Ever.
it wasn't our party.
Definitely
Zebra
not.
said, "What would so what's Ram's porn name?" Like that's a good question.
Oh,
I think
just Ram.
lead cowboy at Ram Ranch probably.
Yeah.
Lead cowboy. Nice.
Ram is
Lead
already
cowboy.
the perfect porn name.
Or lead cowboy. You could read it as
Ram Cardo is pretty good too.
Ram Cardo.
Yeah,
Remember the
come on,
Ricardo
you know
meme?
Ricardo. Ram Cardo. You don't know Ricardo?
Yeah, you know
How's
Ricardo.
Oh my god, he doesn't know the Ricardo meme.
You'll know Ricardo if you see Ricardo. He's that guy that dances.
Hold on, let me just
I think
replicate it. Let me replicate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
can
think I
try.
know who it is.
That guy.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know who that is.
That guy. I memorized the good old Ricardo's dance moves. Seen it one too many times. Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah, Jonah, you know this guy, right?
Look at.
Our good friend.
Can you show him on? Okay, as long as you don't go too far down.
You know this our friend here. You know this guy, Jonah? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
I know who it is.
All right, cool.
I figured it out. Sorry, Amazon. I just got an email from Amazon popped out. So your payment's been declined, and I'm like, I didn't buy anything on Amazon.
Dude, I get those emails all the time, man.
Now I'm trying to shut down. I think it could be legit because my family's all on my Amazon. So, but I'm like, what's wrong?
I don't
with
like.
me?
I never
true,
share
CB.
accounts, man. It's too sus.
Yeah, this is my family. Why is this not going through?
Well, do we have any other topics or anything else we wanted to talk about?
The
Megan,
only
did you
one I
have
have
a drunk story?
Oh
Megan?
yes,
I?
actually, Megan.
Yeah. Do you have
I
any?
have a drunk.
Yeah.
I don't sleep in weird places,
Yeah.
and
Why not?
I don't go out much.
That's fair. I
That's
get
fair.
that. The other one I have, which might fit all of us, is something rebellious you did in school. Now, the thing is, Megan's like, I went to every class, I attended every
went to
lecture.
Ram,
You're gonna have nothing.
this is a terrible question. All of us are like,
I got
Our place-
No,
suspension
not
once
necessarily
'cause-
rebellious, but
hold up.
something bad.
Hold up. No, yeah,
Brody,
you're
you
right.
did
I
something
want to
bad.
hear this from Jonah now. What'd you say?
Well, it was just when we were in intermediate school, and I told some kids to fuck off. And the principal didn't like it.
What year was that?
So-
Or what grade were you in?
We were in grade 5.
Nice.
They weren't being very nice to this one girl, and I said, fuck off, all of you.
And you
And
got
I
suspended.
got in trouble. They all got in
Okay.
trouble too, but so did I. Travesty.
Well, I guess.
Shocking.
Okay,
I didn't know
guess.
that.
Okay, in my case, I'm not saying I individually did this. It was more of me and my whole class did something kind of not rebellious. It's just like in our senior year, we messed with a lot of teachers, especially towards the end, for fun. So we had a really short statistics teacher, and he had his chair on max always, like the highest possible thing. But he was always late to class, always. And like, let's get him back.
Uh-oh.
I can
We
already
put
see
his
where it's
chair
going.
super low, like super low, lowest thing. He sits down, and I swear, like his head is just like it's just like this, like on the desk. You can just like see him sticking out, and we're like, all right, who messed with? That was the first of many. Like some other things.
Was this teacher Sheldon?
Oh wow,
That's what Sheldon looks like on his
Oh.
streams. He just sucked in by the chair.
No, but he's leaning back. He was just like
I just
No, it's fair.
opened
I just
Sheldon's
like-
stream, and Sheldon's actually sitting up. So
True.
Oh, well done.
Good for him.
The other thing that we did was the Great Potato Gravy prank. Oh, it was so good. So we know that our same guy, statistics teacher, he has a third drawer that he has stuff in there, but For years, we've never seen him open this drawer. All right, and we know this because like every time we open it, it's just like the same stuff is in there. It's never changed for years, and we're like, all right, let's try something. We have a KFC nearby. We get a potato gravy and we put it in there. And for the whole year, we left it in there, and we came back, it was still in there untouched, and we're like, no way. His drawer still had that tiny little potato. We're like, nah, this is nasty, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
ew.
How
It was an
didn't they
experiment.
notice the smell?
What's
That probably gets
The-
gross.
Stench.
The other thing we did, by the way, this is all the same teacher. We just really like messing with this teacher.
Oh,
It's only
poor
senior year.
guy.
The other thing that we did is because, like I said, we know he's always late. Like I saw 10 minutes late all the time. So we had extra chairs at the back of the classroom that we
Mhm.
never used. And the door, if you look from the door and you walk in, you can't really see the back of the classroom. So we decided, let's make a wall, like a stack of, it was a stack of chairs. That's basically where all the leftover chairs of the school went. So we decided to build a wall with a stack of chairs, and we all hid behind it. He walks in 15 minutes late to class and doesn't know that we're there. And he has the most confused look on his face because no one's at their desk. And he's just like, and we see him sit down, like flicking through his notes, checking the time. We're all at the back. We're all just watching. And we kind of left him there for 5 minutes, and he's sitting down on his PC, like on his PC, on his laptop, and he's just like sending out emails. He walked back out, walked back in, and he's just so confused. And then eventually, when he walked back out to walk back in, we're like, okay, guys, he walked back out. Everyone go to their desks right now. He comes back, and he's just so confused. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we did. It was more of a class collective thing.
Was
not...
that the same statistics teacher?
Oh yeah, always.
I'm surprised.
I made a
did
video
not
game where
kill
he's an
you.
Easter egg in my game. I made a video game for my final school year, and he's an Easter egg in my game. Like if you click on something, a picture of him
Oh
comes
my
up.
God.
Yeah, we love him though. He was genuinely a really fun guy.
So was he
He's
good?
okay
Was he a good sport about all the stuff?
Okay,
Yeah,
well
yeah.
that's good then.
I was low key teacher's pet level with him as well, so he was like super chill
Okay.
around me and stuff.
That's good.
I was
Yeah,
like,
no, he's funny.
I
He's a
feel
great
like
guy.
he
Yeah,
could have
I can't remember a single time like. Has there been a time at our school or like in general where we've pulled a prank on a teacher where like?
I don't know if it was a prank, but there was kind of a controversy.
Oh, are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh.
Instagram? Are you talking about Instagram?
Parody Instagram
Oh,
accounts.
no.
Which was when we were, I think, in grade
That was-
11. And they were not well received. In which
No, they weren't
we
very
had
nice.
some. They weren't very nice. They were pretty harsh.
Let's just say
teachers.
it was a teacher that nobody was the biggest fan of, and somebody made an Instagram meme page kind of that was just kind of shitting on this teacher.
And he would like
found
he'd
the
make
page.
jokes on it. And then he like cried in front of the
it's the
class, and it was
worst.
kind of sad. But then they got like out of hand, like people wanted to copy that. So there was a couple others that were like okayly funny, but then there was like a fourth one, and it like made like this. They kind of implied this teacher's a
I mean, the banquet
pedophile, where
memes
he
were funny.
wasn't.
Oh no, that's just too much. I mean, we've had teacher meme pages. They never got like teachers never found out, but it wasn't that bad. Like
Oh yeah, that
saying
teacher's
those
found
No,
out
I
about
was
us.
gonna say
There's
he
also-
brought it up and like cried in front of the class, kind of, and was like,
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable. I was there. I was like, Jesus
Our
Christ.
school was just
Yeah.
controversial.
I was not a fan of
Say.
him though, but he
We-
shouldn't have
I
to deal
like
with that.
him. So yeah, no. There was also the meme page that was dedicated to our school, which got a student suspended for a day.
What
Which-
happened? I don't even remember.
It was I don't remember who
Banquet memes
complained.
were
Vaguely talk-
funny.
But there was the
Vaguely.
video that they did, and they were like, any student council event ever, and it was like, hi, I'm Popular Girl, and I'm Popular Girl too, and
oh, like name calling, like actually saying their names.
no, like they would just say
No.
Popular Girl, and I'm
Okay,
Popular Girl
yeah.
too, and this is The Bachelor. Here's Jock Boy, what do you look for in a girl? She's God. It was really funny, like it's a good video, but
Mm.
there were some memes that were pretty good.
I mean, they
but-
were all true. Come on.
They were all
They
good.
were
I do
like
remember
it.
following it, but I didn't know some. Do we know the person that got suspended
I know who. Yeah, I know.
in our grade or no?
Yeah, they're no, not in our grade. They're in
Oh.
improv. So,
Younger or older?
No, but the banquet memes were funny.
Ooh.
The banquet memes were so funny.
a lot of the memes I do remember actually following it, and there was some funny ones. I think that was around the time where the meme of like, this person's starter pack like was like a big meme template. Was like, like
steal their look sort of thing.
Yeah. I remember when because there was some really good ones of like they
there
a
was
whole
a
bunch of those.
good one, and it was like slept with this one guy, so everyone like, oh, it was good. It was pretty.
I actually kind of I vaguely remember, but I never knew who owned it, and I didn't know it got taken down and that person got suspended. I didn't actually know that. So
I've got to go pretty quick here, but ZB wants to know anyone ever get jumped really bad now?
No.
Not really bad, but I think I told ZB the story one time, or even I think I told you, Switchy. I think when I was playing Pokemon Go, catching the Eevee.
Yep. Did we talk about this on the podcast? Did we talk about? I think we talked about it on the pod. I don't remember.
Well, I'll do a quick.
Yeah, you did. You did with ZB and Sweetest. You said it on podcast. Because I remember Sweetest was talking about. Yeah. Go ahead.
TLDR, I'm playing Pokemon Go in the city. I see an Eevee, get excited, so I step away from the crowd, the flow of the crowd. And I'm trying to catch this Eevee, minding my own business, and some big, huge guy just starts knocking me over and says, "Oh, bro, you want to go?" I'm like, dude, I'm trying to catch my Eevee. I just walk away. I power walk so fast. I'm like, catch the Eevee, but like walking away. I was so... I don't know what his problem was, man. I think he thought I was someone else.
I've never been jumped, but like last summer when we were playing Pokemon Go, not yet. We live in a small town, so there's always there's a chance when I leave. But we were playing Pokemon Go in a slightly bigger like a city last year. Me and Caleb and a couple other friends. Yeah.
Where?
And there was at the waterfront, and there was the guy, and it's like one of those things that like people with cigarettes where they like can't really talk anymore, so they've got like the robot voice thing. Yeah. And this guy came up to us and he's like, "Are you guys playing Pokemon Go?" And then we had to help him with a raid. It was so funny. He's like 90. And he was playing Pokemon Go.
Dude, I love that.
That was last year.
I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, you do remember that.
I don't remember. I don't remember the voice box thing though.
He had a voice. Like he did have a voice box. It's like, oh,
I didn't even notice. I just thought he was talking really quiet. That's all I.
Oh no, RoboCop wanted us to play Pokemon Go.
Dude, I love that about Pokemon Go. So because I was in like Auckland City, which is super packed, dude, I would see spray paints of like Team Instinct on the city, and I was like, whoa, people are like graffitiing their teams, and I'd walk around and I'm holding their phone and like, yo, what team you in? It's your strongest. It was like a giant phenomenon going on in the city. I was like, this is
back
so
in
cool.
2016. Back in 2016, like when it was big, it was like everyone was playing it. Like if you were walking around in the park, everyone, and it's so weird. It is really cool.
Really big.
It is really cool. I mean,
I remember on the bus, I flexed. There was a kid who was sitting behind me, and he could tell I was playing Pokemon Go. So I just proceeded to go to my Pokemon inbox and just like flex, kind of like showing over my shoulder, like, yeah, look what I got.
That reminds me of me and Jeremy the first year that we worked at our job, and we were like kind of like it was dead and we weren't doing anything, and we saw a Dragonite spawned down the road.
I saw one too.
So we were like, let's go. So we went over. It was by the boat launch there, Jonah. So we go down to the boat launch. I ended up throwing, I think it was like 40 Ultra Balls and like 30 Great Balls and like another 20 Pokeballs, and then it finally ran after all that. So I wasted all those, and then it ran, and then this little fucking kid in his dad's truck was like, "Hey, are you guys playing Pokemon Go? I just caught the Dragonite." And me and Jeremy, are both there, like, go fuck yourself.
And that kid's dead.
No. Never saw that kid again.
No,
that's like rubbing salt in the wound, man.
Yeah, no, he's like, were you guys trying to catch the Dragonite? I just caught it. I'm like, bro, I've been throwing Pokeballs at it for 15 minutes now.
I uninstalled Pokemon Go, but I was gonna show you that I caught Dragonite too, just to rub it in. But
no, I've got a few. They're fun. Jonah, you gotta head out though.
I do have to go. Yeah, I gotta go to Megan's house.
When do you have to go? I'm gonna say we can wrap up. We can start to wrap up.
I gotta go.
It's been 2 hours. Let's wrap up just really quick right now. It'll be really quick.
Hope you all enjoyed. Like, do a little song or something.
No.
We do a number game.
Are we gonna do our number game? Let's do our number game. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, Jonah? Everyone chat. You guys know the number game. Pretty much the number game. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna count down from 3. When I say go, we're either gonna hold up 1 finger, 2 fingers, or 3, and we're gonna see if we're on the same wavelength, if we're gonna do like the same number, or like if we're all gonna be different. But we have some competition. Well, the last few we have, I think the last 2 now we have
always be on
all been the same number. So
Oh, Megan, that's some pressure
I'm telling
for
you
us.
now, I'm holding out my number beneath my camera right now.
the
I've already
last
chosen.
time somebody was not
Good.
on it was when Sweetest was the only one who didn't match up with me, you, and Zebra, and that was 4 episodes ago. Like that was.
Oh, that's
episode 8.
pressure, man.
But all right. So when I say go, lift up 1, 2, or 3. 3,
Okay.
2,
I've already chosen.
1, go.
Yeah.
How are we doing this?
Um,
How do we do this? This is like
Wow.
3 weeks in a row, or three podcasts in a row. We
I
got
don't
the
understand
same
it.
number every. I don't know. I don't know what it
get
is.
Well, good job, guys. Okay, yeah,
good
I want
job.
to go. Megan, I'll come see you. Well, probably not. I probably won't get
Okay.
out of my car.
Thank you
but-
for coming. We
Yeah,
love you.
thanks for having.
Thanks for having
me.
Jonah.
Thanks for
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, I will
Oh,
quickly fix
camera's
this.
good.
I know. I was gonna say I need to quickly
Hey,
fix
look,
this.
I'm Megan. What's good? Hey, hey, yo, I draw on stuff, yeah, in it. Sorry.
In it? In it?
Wait,
Still busted.
I know.
wait.
I just had to change to the 3 overlay.
Hello, I'm Ramesses. This is so dumb. Yeah. Oh, whoa! This is cool.
You
Ram?
weirdos.
Actually, hang on.
I was gonna
Give
say
me
we're gonna
1
wrap
sec.
up shortly here. I just wanted to do the numbers game.
Okay,
But
before
we
we
should
wrap
wrap-
up, give
I
me
was gonna say-
literally 1 second.
Yep. Yeah.
Literally 1 second. It'll be real quick.
Zero
Yeah.
seconds.
1. All right. Time's up.
Okay, not
Mister.
exactly.
Mister. Anyways, do we have we won't end the stream right away. I'm just gonna end the podcast here. Once Ram's back, we'll wrap up with an intro. This isn't what I want.
Outro?
I've done the wrong thing. I need to get you in here. Wait, where are you? You're
No.
above.
Just double nugs.
Double nugs.
Double nugs.
And there she is. And there it
She's
is.
back. She's returned.
Hold on. Yeah, so you didn't have any drinking stories you wanted to share, Megan, for the end here?
Do I have any exciting drinking stories?
Yep.
I don't think I do anything exciting when I drink. Except for that one time. Doesn't count though. I was by myself.
Okay, wait,
On
I'm
call
back.
with you.
But
That time was...
It
I
was
know
sad.
exactly. I know exactly what we should do before we wrap up.
Okay.
Yes, it's not gonna happen for a while, but we should mention that. Hey guys, Megan will eventually be starting stream, so you may as well follow right now so you can catch her first stream. Can you get a shout out? And also maybe.
I got
Hang
it.
on.
Shout out to Megan. Really good friend of mine.
And yes.
She actually, as you brought it up, who did the syrup on the right-hand side? Megan created this entire overlay, actually.
Me.
Other than the webcam
She did
borders,
like all
the
art
background.
stuff.
All the background stuff and overlays. She's done the ones for my channel too. Some of them. Yes. But yes, she will be. I don't know. Do you have a main? Yeah, this is a good idea for the final segment for streaming, Megan. Do you have any ideas of what you want to stream? Game. I mean, you maybe some art, some games. Do you have any games in mind? Do you have?
Probably Minecraft and Stardew Valley, maybe The Sims, because I'll actually be able to run it on my computer.
Stardew Valley is fantastic.
I haven't played The Sims. Yeah, I've been playing Stardew a lot.
Hang on.
'Cause-
Can I just point out? Buys 4K PC, plays Stardew Valley.
Play Stardew Valley. That's it. That's all I
Yeah.
need. No, I'm gonna run Minecraft at the highest graphics setting, and I'm so excited.
You gotta do that ray tracing. and
Ray tracing.
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna turn it all up to 11.
oh no,
I'm very
Stardew
excited
is great.
That's all I want.
Well, yeah, if you for the people who haven't heard, Megan ended up spending like $4,000 last week.
Over 4,000.
Over $4,000
We have to
on
factor in the
PC
mic
stuff.
and the cam.
Yeah, just on PC stuff. It was like just over $3K for the PC itself, and then she ended up buying a
Just
like
under
$800 monitor,
$500.
a second monitor, the mic she's using right now, as well as the webcam she's using right now. But it's still on her shit laptop. That is a we call it the Franken laptop because it's literally it's two laptops put together because it's two broken laptops that were just mashed into one pretty much. And yeah,
That is weird.
I'm surprised it's still running.
Combination. Hey, it does its job. My old
somehow.
laptop didn't have a disk drive, so now the disk drive just tries to spin randomly because it doesn't know what to do. I'll launch the button, and the disk drive just goes. I go, it's okay, disk drive. You don't actually exist. You can't do anything.
Oh, that's funny.
Funny.
No, but that's awesome. So you're pretty much like sussed when it's coming out. When it comes out, ready.
Yeah,
You're good to go.
I mean,
So you'll be getting it when they get back. You said on the 11th. A month from now. Month from now.
So are you building it, or are you getting it pre-built, or
it's an Alienware. It's a pre-built. Pre-built because.
So what I did with
you
this
cannot
PC,
get a graphics card anywhere. So yeah.
What I did with this PC, and people are gonna judge me for it, especially ZB. I know he's gonna give me a massive like stare of judgment here. But when I bought this PC, I bought all its parts, I bought everything separately, but I paid someone to build it for me. It wasn't that much. It was like $60. Like
I did the same
in
thing.
Comparison. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I trust myself. And in the end, when I got it, they did one thing wrong, and I opened it up and fixed it myself. But it's like, in a way, it's not a pre-build; it's a custom build, but someone built it.
I ordered all my parts separately and did all that, but our friend that we actually went to go visit for the road trip, he's really good with PCs, and he's built like all of ours. So pretty much, I don't know, I paid him like $40 or $50, something like that, and he pretty much built it as well as taught me or showed me everything that I needed to know. Like, if I were to do it in the future, I think I'd be pretty confident in knowing how to build it myself. So
I'll say this about what ZB said. He said he didn't do anything, but still managed. Here's the thing, ZB. Even if you still manage, you might run into issues on the way. And later on in your PC's life cycle, like ZB, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You've seen your PC run into some speed bumps here and there. I had it built by someone genuinely like professional, not just a friend I know, like an actual professional build it. And because of that, this PC has lasted me 5 years without a single issue. And I partially say that's because he's done everything correctly by the book. So like I've never had big issues with this PC ever. So 5 years is solid. I was very happy with the way it came out. So I don't know. I'll spend the $60 to get it properly done. It's only $60.
Yeah,
that's
I'm just too scared myself putting it together. I'm like, what if I mess it up?
I think I can probably do it, but it won't be perfect.
I was like, because a lot of the stuff like putting the graphics card in or putting the RAM in, you kind of do have to use a bit of force, which I'm like, I don't want to bend the motherboard or something. Like, I'm just too scared at doing anything. But you do got to use a bit of force on a lot of them. Like,
pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not talking about hardware, CB. I'm talking about software, not hardware.
Oh.
So I see what CB saying. I'm not talking about the hardware. I'm talking about the software side of things. Your PC itself might run into issues. For example, my brother's SSD just went poof on him. Like it just randomly said, "Okay, I'm not working anymore."
Out of here.
And the thing is, his SSD had Windows, so he was like, "Oh crap, I can't Windows." And he had to go in, like, make sure it's in properly and that kind of stuff. And even then, when he got it on, like, Windows still ran into a bunch of issues, software-related side, that kind of stuff. But yeah.
I don't want to deal with that stuff if that happens.
Yeah, just it's up to you. If you think you're confident enough, by all means, go do it. And it's a super fun experience. I'm sure everyone who's built it has had a really fun experience with it. But I'm okay just paying $60. I'm not fussed.
I mean, Megan's good.
That's like
4,000.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna get something, you want it to last, you may as well go.
Yeah, no, the PC looks. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Alienware cases, like the way it looks, really.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I would say, but it like the inside of it. It looks really good, like the parts and stuff like that, as well as the monitor that she's got. How many hertz was the monitor? Was it a 250?
Remember, you have the image.
I don't know where it is. It's a really good monitor though. It's like a $1,400 monitor, but it was on sale for like 700 and something or something like
It was
that.
$700 off. It was $899, I think.
Something like that. Podcast. Well, Poster Boaster, we're just
That's
about
funny.
to wrap up the podcast itself. We should probably end it off here. We'll keep streaming a little bit longer here. 240? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks like a monster. That, and it's a 27-inch. It is a monster. But we should wrap up the podcast here. Ram, do you want to do our little outro?
Technically, the outro starts with you, if you remember it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It does. Take it away, Switchy.
Well, Megan, do you have anything to say before we do the outro?
No.
I kind of want to see if Megan can improv one. You'll see it.
What? I don't know.
You'll
what we're
see.
doing.
Switchy, just say the line.
I've been the Maple.
I've been the Kiwi.
And I'm the Bish.
The Bish.
And you have finished listening to the Maple Kiwi Podcast.
Thank you for joining.